There are two ways to buy 4x4 gear, the expensive way and the smart way. The expensive way is when you buy a new truck or SUV and the dealer sells you the brush guard, the heavy-duty bumpers, the steps, lights, winch, you name it. He rolls it all in with your loan into your monthly payment. But here's the smart way. Shop at Wyoming 4x4, where you get expert advice from Dan, quality gear, professional installation, all for a whole lot less than you'd spend at a car dealer. Wyoming 4x4 on North Federal in Riverton. The smart way to roll.
Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at DuBois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment.
Hi, this is Terry Banker. I'm minister at New Hope Christian Church in Lander, Wyoming. We want to support the kids of this area academically, athletically, and spiritually. Our address is 630 Mount Hope Drive. Come to Sunday school at 9:30 and our worship service at 10:45.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Lander and the City Park here in Lander Valley. Travis Gupton with you, the voice, officially, of the Lander Lobos. And I'm sitting with a good friend of mine, Sean O'Brate. And, Sean, we've had a busy day so far this week, or this morning. We've already been to DuBois. We checked out the museum going on, the grand opening. For the military vehicle museum, and it's so big, it's so huge. There's still time. Actually, no, there's not. They closed at 5. But if you had an opportunity to go out there, man, it was a lot of fun, and it was a lot of just really cool history to be out there. They had the shooting range, they had the ride and the tank rides, and I know you and your wife went, me and my fiance went. We just had a lot of fun, but man, we got some more fun going on here today because we got Lander Lobos action.
Yes, we do, and not just to harp on the museum, but the museum is so much bigger than it looks on the side of the road. It can take you hours, and I know they're expecting just as big of a crowd tomorrow as they had today. So if you didn't get a chance to make it out there today, definitely try and check it out tomorrow. They're doing a big Memorial Day grand opening. And yeah, on to this game. I'm excited because every time we look at a Lander Lobos game, it gets more and more fun and more competitive, and the offense on this team is just, I mean, it's ecstatic. It'll go off at any time. You don't know if it could be a 6-run inning or a 10-run inning. It's going to be a fun day today.
And one of the things that we did over the week was we were at Paxton Reese, his signing for college, for Heston College, and I talked to Coach Reese, and I said, there's something about this team that's just contagious. There's something about this team that is just, it's got energy, it's just got its aura about them, and I was telling Paxton, I told Miss Kelly, who's sitting over to our right, and I talked to Coach Reese, and I said, it feels like I've only been here, and I've only called like 3 or 4 games, but then it feels like I've been a part of this team forever, and that's just what this team brings to the field every single game.
Oh, no, it definitely does. And if you just come out here for practice, I mean, it's almost like you're watching a World Series team. They're just, every hit, every strikeout, it's just a roar of action from the sideline, from the dugouts. And, I mean, you can feel it in the crowd, too. This crowd just feeds off of this, and it's a lot of fun out here. If you haven't had a chance to go to a Lobos game, you should check it out because it is by far a different experience than any other game of baseball that you can watch that's not maybe a professional baseball team.
Right. And, I got the opportunity before you got here to talk to Peyton Reese, which is Paxton's older brother.
Plays for presentation, right?
Right. And it was funny because they were telling me a funny story, and I'm going to have to get the details right. But something between Peyton and his girlfriend during a practice was apparently the craziest thing that had ever been seen in all time, but we'll get to. I got to tell you that story. Miss Kelly's gonna have to tell it to me again, and I'll have to relay it. Or maybe if she's brave enough, I'll put her on a headset and we can tell her. And but I mean, yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. They're playing. For those who are just joining, Lander Lobos is playing Gillette today. They just finished their first game of the doubleheader, and the second one is coming up in just a few minutes. And the final score was 7-6 in favor of Gillette, but Lobos did not finish fighting. They never stop fighting.
No.
And one of the things that Coach Reese told me, and I think he's told you as well, is when this team gets clicking, it clicks.
Yeah, it's hard to stop this team. Like I said, the offense is just, it bleeds into every single person wearing green and white on the team, because once they start getting going, everyone feels like it's their shot, their turn up next. No one is just the next guy up. They're the next guy up. It's the one that you want to watch out for. And, yeah, everyone on this team is dangerous, and everyone on this team can make a play on defense as well, not just offense.
Well, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we're going to deal with starting lineups and all that stuff. I'm going to go ahead and apologize, and the reason Sean's here, and for the reason that we completely forgot that we were even going to be here today, is because I had eye surgery like on Thursday. So I have
How many fingers am I holding up?
Yeah, don't even start that. I don't have any vision in my left eye as of right now, so Sean has graciously said he'd come in and basically make sure that I don't sound stupid on air, and that's how it's going to be. So Sean, thank you for joining me, but we'll be right back, and when we come back, we will get really rolling into this Lander Lobos versus Gillette game.
My name is Sarah Lowe, and I have been in law enforcement in Fremont County for 13 years. I didn't know much about therapy in general until I got injured in October of 20 chasing a cow. So I had to get shoulder surgery. And after my surgery with Fremont Orthopedics, I went to Fremont Therapy. And they were really excited to see you. So it was a really warm, welcoming experience. We tried all sorts of different methods to increase and make sure I had the best mobility for my job. Rachel's a firecracker. She's just a little spitfire. It was fantastic, a great environment to go and have your therapy.
High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit highplainspower.org.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunner's Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunner's Automotive, 856-2288.
At Teton Therapy, our people make the difference. You can live pain-free. The amazing staff at Teton Therapy can help in Lander and Riverton.
In any sport, athletes face the chance of sustaining an injury. According to the Athletic Training Association, 90% of student athletes reported some sort of sports-related injury. What's more, is 54% report playing while injured. For various reasons, sports-related injuries are increasingly leaving our youth at risk of exposure to opioid-based pain medication. Fremont WhenTheGameSlowsDown.com is here to help navigate monitoring medication, social support, and suggestions on what to do when the game slows down. Brought to you by Fremont County Prevention Program.
When repairs are complete after a collision, you expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness knows what it means to be on top of your game. For over 60 years, Gotchi has led the field in providing physical therapy, occupational therapy, and wellness in Thermopolis and their facilities in Worland, Basin, Powell, Cody, and Shoshone. Whether you're recovering from an injury, deconditioned, post-stroke, or just looking to take control of your health, you'll find years of dedicated experience paired with personal care at Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness. Learn more at gotchi.org.
Riverton's Hampton Inn and Suites is proud to sponsor our youth athletics in Fremont County. Fremont County school athletics provide our youth timeless experiences and lessons that can lead to success for life. Setting goals, teamwork, and hard work make young athletes into good citizens.
Former University of Wyoming quarterback Josh Allen is worthy of Wyoming.
23 plays into my first start here at the University of Wyoming. I dropped back, kind of went through a progression. I saw the middle of the field kind of open up. I decided to lower my shoulder. His helmet went straight into my collarbone here. We landed on the 20-yard line. At that moment, I knew something was really bad.
So Josh's collarbone was pretty bad. He had broken in multiple places, and it required hardware fixation with the plate in order to get it back together.
It was devastating news to me and my family, just knowing that, it could have ended 23 plays in.
We had no question whether we could perform the surgery here, given our wide range of varying subspecialties within orthopedics.
I would recommend Premier Bone and Joint Centers. The thing that made me feel really comfortable with them was they made it feel like your own family.
I think he'll have no problem performing in the NFL. His rehab and his recovery done very well, and I don't see any restrictions on him whatsoever.
They want the best for you, and they won't steer you wrong.
Let us show you why we're worthy of Wyoming.
During winter storms, it doesn't take long for roads to turn slick. Snowfall is often accompanied by high winds, and blowing and drifting snow can make it difficult to see the road. Speed limits are based on dry pavement conditions and good visibility. Be ready to reduce speed and increase following distance. Crashes are twice as likely to happen when it's slick out, and it's usually because someone is driving too fast for conditions. Remember, when there's ice and snow, take it slow. This message is brought to you by WYDOT.
Central Wyoming College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees.
Why should you choose Lander Medical Clinic or Western Family Care for your health care? In addition to 4 locations in Fremont County, they also provide telehealth. Telehealth can be your go-to answer when you're out of town, on the road, or just can't get to urgent care. All you need is a good internet connection. To schedule a telehealth appointment, call 332-2941 today. That's 332-2941. Lander Medical Clinic and Western Family Care. With telehealth, they're putting your health first every time.
Riverton Vision Center offers comprehensive eye health exams, highly trained staff, and a large selection of fashion eyewear and sunglasses. Dr. Frazier, Dr. Hinkle, Dr. Ballard, and Dr. Davis offer over 70 years of experience. Call Riverton Vision Center at 856-9451 to schedule an appointment today.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
A proud sponsor of this broadcast is Bailey Enterprises. For over 50 years, Bailey has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey.
From the wide open spaces to the canyon near you, Wyoming.com is reaching more homes and businesses than ever before. For more than 25 years, we've aimed to provide the best internet and phone service to meet the needs of our customers all across the great state of Wyoming. Now it's getting even better. Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you. Wyoming.com. We're out there.
Wind River Family and Community Healthcare has clinics located in Arapahoe, Ethity, and Riverton. We provide family medical services along with dental, optometry, behavioral health, physical and occupational therapy, and more. Our in-house lab and pharmacy at all locations make for a one-stop primary healthcare center for your healthcare needs. Wind River Family and Community Healthcare is striving for a stronger, healthier community because Wind River cares. More information can be found at windrivercares.com.
Want access to local news, sports, events, and more? Download the WYO Today app. Now available on all platforms. Stream your favorite radio station, submit something to buy, sell, or trade for deals on the dial, or view contests and special coupons. Better yet, the WYO Today app is the best way to access free HD video of Fremont and Hot Springs County athletics. It's all at your fingertips. Head to your app store or visit wyotoday.com to download the WYO Today app now.
There are two ways to buy 4x4 gear, the expensive way and the smart way. The expensive way is when you buy a new truck or SUV and the dealer sells you the brush guard, the heavy-duty bumpers, the steps, lights, winch, you name it. He rolls it all in with your loan into your monthly payment. But here's the smart way. Shop at Wyoming 4x4, where you get expert advice from Dan, quality gear, professional installation, all for a whole lot less than you'd spend at a car dealer. Wyoming 4x4 on North Federal and Riverton. The smart way to roll.
Welcome back, everyone. Travis Gupton, Sean O'Brate with you here in Lander. City Field between the team from Razor City. It's the Razor City Rage, if I remember correctly.
Yes, it is.
And your Lander Lobos. And we have the starting lineups. And I talked to Miss Kelly right before we went back on the air. It's the exact same lineup that I feel like I've seen every single game. And so, let's see. Paxton Reese, the person who signed just a few days ago to Heston College, will be pitching. Connor Carey will be his catcher. And then around the field, it will be Justin Whelan, Luca Kramer, Evan Stevenson, Ty Martin, Keegan Stevenson, Taylor Pierce, Rhett Stover, and Lakota Officer. And we've one of the things that we definitely have seen, at least in the games that I've called, is those first three in the batting lineup, the Justin, Luca, and Evan. They definitely know how to put bat to ball.
Yeah, and Keegan is going to be the one to really watch for, especially on such a sunny day like today. You're going to be able to see his ball go way over there past the fence, most likely. And, yeah, they have a serious group of offensive talent hitting off really early. It sets the vibe, basically, for the Lobos, because no matter what, you're going to get something from at least one of those first three people there.
One of the things that we're definitely going to need to keep an eye on is the communication between Paxton and Connor. In the game that I called about 2 weeks ago, there was a lot of wild pitches. A lot of balls got by Connor, and where you got definitely one of the things that I feel like Coach Reese definitely addressed. The other thing is the bottom of the lineup needs to get on base more more than they did in the last game that I called, which was like again 2 weeks ago. Rhett definitely had a really tough day 2 weeks ago. First game he struggled really bad, and then in the second game he came up and just absolutely killed everything. And so we're looking to see, from top to bottom, you want to have offense and you want to have a lot of contact.
Yeah, and Rhett, just speaking on Rhett, just watching him at the end of the last game, he struck out as soon as I got here, and I know that when he gets mad at himself, we see it in his dad at the office. When he gets mad at himself, a lot of good can come from that if you can learn to control it, because he ended in a way that you can see in his eyes. He just wants to start off strong in this game. So we will see a lot from Rhett, probably a lot of power, especially, these are some of these kids' last games in these uniforms, so they got to get up there with their final moments. You want to go off on a high note.
Yeah, and this is an added game for the Lobos. State is in about a little bit a month away.
I think so, yeah.
And so it'll be a lot of fun to call State. We will be here for State. I know I will. And so it'll be a lot of fun, but there's going to be at least, from what Coach Reese has told me, there's this game, but he thinks he's going to add at least one, maybe two more home games before we reach State. And so that'll be, that'll be really nice to be able to get out here and call some more games and definitely see them whenever they come back around for State. But we're going to take a commercial break. We're about maybe a minute away from game time, so we'll take a commercial break. When we come back, first pitch between the Rage and the Lobos. We'll be right back.
Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at Du Bois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment.
Hi, this is Terry Banker. I'm minister at New Hope Christian Church in Lander, Wyoming. We want to support the kids of this area academically, athletically, and spiritually. Our address is 630 Mount Hope Drive. Come to Sunday school at 9:30 and our worship service at 10:45.
My name is Sarah Lowe, and I have been in law enforcement in Fremont County for 13 years. I didn't know much about therapy in general until I got injured in October of 20 chasing a cow. So I had to get shoulder surgery. And after my surgery with Fremont Orthopedics, I went to Fremont Therapy. And they were really excited to see you. So it was a really warm, welcoming experience. We tried all sorts of different methods to increase and make sure I had the best mobility for my job. Rachel's a firecracker. She's just a little spitfire. It was fantastic, a great environment to go and have your therapy.
High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit highplainspower.org.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunners Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunners Automotive, 856-2288.
At Teton Therapy, our people make the difference. You can live pain-free. The amazing staff at Teton Therapy can help in Lander and Riverton.
In any sport, athletes face the chance of sustaining an injury. According to the Athletic Training Association, 90% of student athletes reported some sort of sports-related injury. What's more, is 54% report playing while injured. For various reasons, sports-related injuries are increasingly leaving our youth at risk of exposure to opioid-based pain medication. Fremont WhenTheGameSlowsDown.com is here to help navigate monitoring medication, social support, and suggestions on what to do when the game slows down. Brought to you by Fremont County Prevention Program.
When repairs are complete after a collision, you expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness knows what it means to be on top of your game. For over 60 years, Gotchi has led the field in providing physical therapy, occupational therapy, and wellness in Thermopolis and their facilities in Worland, Basin, Powell, Cody, and Shoshone. Whether you're recovering from an injury, deconditioned, post-stroke, or just looking to take control of your health, you'll find years of dedicated experience paired with personal care at Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness. Learn more at gotchi.org.
All right, everyone, and welcome back. And we are about ready to get off and running for a startup for the Razor City Razors. Will be
Razor City Rage.
Man, you've got me tongue-tied now. Is going to be Jay Morgan, and he'll take first pitch, and it'll be strike one on the outside corner. Paxton Reese will be the pitcher, and Paxton, if I remember anything, Artie's going to make me a liar before I said it, so I'm not going to say it. He'll set and deliver. Outside, ball one. Paxton, last time I remember him pitching, it felt like every 20 seconds there was about 5 pitches. So definitely a little slower pace that Paxton is taking in this game to start off.
And who do we have catching for him right now?
That'll be Connor Carey. And Carey, in the last game that I called, had a hard time with getting that. He had a hard time with that. Balls would get by him, and that led to unearned runs, stolen bases, and so definitely something that I guarantee you Coach Reese has talked to Connor about. But right now we're looking at 2 balls, 1 strike, and Paxton will step off the rubber, look over to coaches, and then step back on. Pitch on the way is low, ball 3.
Yeah, and we'll see him knocking some of the dust off. Knocking some of the rust off early here, so hopefully that wild pitch stays in his glove for the rest of the game.
Yeah, Paxton, like I said, signed with Heston, and he delivers. Ball is going to be fouled on the right field side, and so now full count, 3-2. Just underway here.
We found out that is not the only person on the field right now that is playing ball in Kansas, at least next year. The umpire behind home plate, Dominic Susenka, is a current Atchison, Kansas.
Ooh! That went off of his bat.
So that's a foul.
And so that's a foul. So
that was amazing.
That was cool. That was really it. I love moments like that. And now, so now Paxton somehow is going to stick with a 3-2 count with nobody out.
That was crazy. I'd love to pay him to see if he could do that again.
Well, hold your horses. He may. Paxton will set and look straight in and kick and deliver and high and outside. And so first batter up, first batter on base as Jay Morgan will see ball 4. That will bring up Carter Boyer for the Rage with a runner on first now.
I like the Rage's outfit. And we were talking about him earlier. It reminds you of Vanderbilt, but I like the lettering. It's pretty cool.
I mean, yeah, what I love about all of the senior Babe Ruth that I have seen is they take some time and they put some effort into their jerseys.
They definitely do, yeah. And you can see a little bit of inspiration from teams all over the major leagues.
Paxton will work from the stretch now and deliver, and ball outside, ball 1.
I wonder if we can get anyone in the comments to list their favorite jerseys. I know I have one in mind.
Well, I mean, last time me and you called the game, we asked what would be your walk-up song, and we got some good answers. So, yeah,
what would
be, if you're listening in, what would be your favorite or what would be your jersey coloration scheme?
I'm just thinking favorite jerseys. I remember the Royals' old jerseys from, like, the early thousands.
Okay.
They were trying a whole bunch of stuff out. They had these black pinstripe ones. They were super cool. I'm not a fan of the Yankees jersey. Everyone says it's too iconic. I just think it's kind of just too many lines, too much pinstripe for me.
Paxton had ball number 2, and now will deliver again. That will get a strike, and and he will just go off the top of the glove for the second baseman Stevenson, and my friend, he was dead to rights.
Oh, he had him as good as out, man. That was just right off the top of his glove.
So now Paxton looks at a 2-ball, 1 strike, still nobody out, now runner in scoring position early on.
And Dave Jost had a good look at it, too. I think he would have called him out if he had held him.
Pitch on the way, swing and a miss, strike 2.
Yeah, our other umpire out there, Dave Jost, he is pretty unmistakable out there, the tallest dude out there by a mile. He coaches the Trash Pandas, which if you've been reading any of the Ranger or Lander journals, they have a pretty good team this year.
Pitch on the way is swung and missed on the inside corner. Strike 3. Nicely done by Parker. Paxton. Reese. I hear Paxton and I think Parker Paxton from Riverton.
Baseball.
So I'm all kinds of.
Buddy.
Yeah, we're still at baseball. Yeah. You're right. All right, so
we can be golfing soon though. It's a nice day out.
Yeah, for real. So strike number 1 or out number 1. Man alive, I'm all kinds of out of sorts now.
Your eye is causing.
I know
problems,
my eyes is all kinds of having issues. It's really weird, and for those of you who are trying to figure out what we're talking about, I had eye surgery just like 3 days ago, and I cannot see the left field. I can only see Paxton and the right field. So it's like literally a split right up the middle.
I got you on the left side, buddy.
So we've got, let's see, it is Terrell is up, and a wild pitch is going to now put the runner Morgan at third base. And with 1 ball, no strikes, Paxton will now really have to do some working because he's got a runner in scoring position just 90 feet away.
Yeah, and the 1 ball start is obviously not what you want here, but get it a little bit more under control. He almost hit Terrell on the knees, so just get it a little bit right in front of him, put it in that box, see what he can do.
All right, Paxton will set and look over at third and deliver. Inside, ball 2. So Paxton, one of the things that he does is, and I've noticed this with a couple pitchers, is I think he looks into third too much, and then at the very last second looks into home, and you can't really aim that way. Just like that, strike 1. So now 2 balls, 1 strike, and 1 out with a runner in scoring position at third in the form of Jay Morgan.
And not to get on it, but if you have a chance to come out here, folks, it is beautiful out here. It's perfect baseball weather, and it will be like this for what looks like most of the night. So,
yeah, we've had a great last couple of days.
Throw
over to third is not in time. Morgan back in. I do know that Reese grandma is listening, and she's in the stands. And she's got headphones on. I can see you down there. She is trying not to shake her head. I can see it. And but I love that. I like that you're here and you're listening. I don't know why you're listening to us, but we're just going to let that roll.
She heard about the voice of Lander.
Right, the voice.
I think she's down there.
Yeah, we're having fun. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Paxton is going to set. And now a pitch is on the way. It's going to get popped up, and it's going to be out. And now a play is going to go off the leg, and now he's going to touch the bag, and that's an out. Double play for the Lobos. That was a crazy play. The Lobos had a pitch that was popped up on a bunt attempt, caught by the catcher, and the Morgan was already almost touching home plate.
Oh, he
Throw
caught
back to third, double play, and that gets the Lobos out of the inning. So we go to the bottom of the first, tied at 0 with the Lobos coming up. We'll be right back.
Riverton's Hampton Inn and Suites is proud to sponsor our youth athletics in Fremont County. Fremont County school athletics provide our youth timeless experiences and lessons that can lead to success for life. Setting goals, teamwork, and hard work make young athletes into good citizens.
Former University of Wyoming quarterback Josh Allen is worthy of Wyoming.
23 plays into my first start here at the University of Wyoming. I dropped back, kind of went through a progression. I saw the middle of the field kind of open up. I decided to lower my shoulder. His helmet went straight into my collarbone here. We landed on the 20-yard line. At that moment, I knew something was really bad.
So Josh's collarbone was pretty bad. He had broken in multiple places, and it required hardware fixation with the plate in order to get it back together.
It was devastating news to me and my family, just knowing that, it could have ended 23 plays in.
We had no question whether we could perform the surgery here, given our wide range of varying subspecialties within orthopedics.
I would recommend Premier Bone and Joint Centers. The thing that made me feel really comfortable with them was they made it feel like your own family.
I think he'll have no problem performing in the NFL. His rehab and his recovery done very well, and I don't see any restrictions on him whatsoever.
They want the best for you, and they won't steer you wrong.
Let us show you why we're worthy of Wyoming.
Welcome back, everyone, and we're going to adjust the scoreboard cam because I feel like I do it every day. And we are in the bottom of the first inning, and first up will be the leadoff hitter, Justin Whelan, for the Lobos. Pitcher for the Rage is Davin Valdez, and he will be throwing to Seth Bernard. First pitch is low and outside, ball 1.
And you can already hear, everyone out there just getting rowdy, waiting for the game. That's that emotion, that's that energy we were talking about earlier.
Next pitch on the way, high, ball 2. And already you can see a difference between the two pitchers. Definitely Valdez likes to work from the stretch even with nobody on, as Reese is just let's grab and sling. Next pitch is high outside, ball 3. So I am all for a Justin Whelan 4-pitch walk.
4 pitches, 4 balls. That's how we go.
Next pitch kicks on the way, high. They're going to call strike 1.
That was a little high, but I think that was perfectly right down the middle.
So 3 balls, 1 strike. And now the tempo is picked up. Pitch on the way. Now, somehow, Valdez has worked his way back to a full count. So I jinxed it.
Yeah, you need to stop talking.
Yeah,
about
I need to stop talking. I just need to stop talking. You want to call the rest of the game? Yeah. Pitch on the way is hit right back up the middle and goes right up to center field, and that is a leadoff single for Whelan. That will bring up Luca Kramer. Good thing for the Lobos to get that leadoff hitter on base.
Seriously, and I mean, what a shot. That went right by the pitcher's ankles. Could have hit him right in the legs. That would have stopped it and been probably an out right there, but good shot right up the middle.
And so that'll bring up Luca Kramer. Kramer bats from the right side.
He's left-handed. Is he a switch hitter? No, he's just lefty.
And so pitch on the way is swung on and missed, strike 1. So that's the one thing I've always had struggle with, and people has not corrected me, is I can never tell if they're right-handed hitters or left-handed hitters, because from where I'm sitting, it looks like he's batting right-handed.
Yeah, well, I used to try and switch hit when I was younger. It was a lot harder from the left side for me, so I just kind of decided to just stay on the right. So, but yeah, it's left-handed batters are not so rare nowadays. Used to be, but let's see what he can do.
And pitch will go over to first and actually hit Whelan in the backside on a slide in, so he's back up. He's fine. That hurt. I bet
it hit him in the thigh.
Yeah, it hit him in the thigh. He's holding it. And so
He's like, come on, man.
We stick at no balls, 1 strike, nobody out. Runner on first in Wheelan. Kramer will stand in. Pitch on the way is inside, ball 1.
See what this pitcher's about with a 1-1 here. I think if Wheelan can get a nice little step, the first baseman was playing way looser with that. So now he's kind of choked up a little bit. See what he can do.
Yeah, Wheelan is known to steal. I've seen him do it a couple of times. Kramer will wait for the pitch. Pitch on the way. Valdez inside, swung on and missed. Strike 2.
Man, he really went for the fences on that one.
That's another thing that this team does. When they want to, they'll try to swing and take air away from the entire field. I mean, it's just swings that are like with anger.
Yeah, it's offense. This is an offensive-minded team by far.
And so Kramer has choked up on the bat now. You can see it from where we're sitting.
Definitely.
And now pitch will be on the way. Is high, ball 2. That was almost the same pitch as the one before.
Yeah, he just kind of controlled it a little bit better on his swing. I think he knew it wasn't going to be in the strike zone, but
so
close.
Valdez is already, at least in my opinion, at a high pitch count in the first inning, looking at 10 pitches, pitch number 11 coming up. Valdez will set, deliver. That'll go behind, and it will get behind everybody.
Third.
And now Wheelan will stop at second. You're right. If he could have got a better jump on it, that would have been a stolen second and a stolen third.
The catcher just didn't get to the ball very fast. So I was thinking as soon as he touched second base, if he had just kept going, he had the speed.
Well, Bernard had completely lost the ball momentarily.
Yeah, it went off it almost looked like it went off the back of his ankle.
So it looks like from what I just saw, it'll be a full count here for Kramer. Nobody out still. And pitch on the way. Swung on and missed, strike 3. That'll bring up Evan Stevenson to the plate with a runner on second in scoring position with 1 out.
And we have had 2 strikeouts so far in this game, one by Paxton and one by the Rage pitcher. What is the Rage pitcher's name again? Just in my head.
Valdez,
that's correct.
And so Stevenson will step in, pitch on the way, right in the heart of the plate, strike 1.
That was a perfect strike. He could have had that, and he had all of it.
I love how Stevenson approaches the bag. Very high hold of the bat whenever he's stepping in, and not really bending legs, just kind of just there. And now as soon as I say that, he bends his legs. So never mind. Pitch on the way is high, ball 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. And runner on second is Wheelan.
Yeah, in all those old baseball games, I always used to have my personalized player bat like Ken Griffey, with the bat just going up and down over the shoulder and really low.
Pitch on the way, outside, ball 2.
But I could never swing like that. Whenever I played, it was just way too low.
I mean, and it's funny, I've only called about, I think this is my 4th Lobos game, and I've started learning pitch on the way is high, ball 3. I started learning the little things that a lot of the kids do. Like there's one kid that'll tap bat to boot like twice and then step in or adjust the gloves. I mean, it's just like one of those things that you just start to notice. Pitch is going to be outside, ball 4. And so now runners on first and second with 1 out as it brings up the pitcher, Paxton Reese.
Yeah, what you were talking about is almost like second nature or superstition, one or the other. You think it's going to help you out. I used to do that a lot when I was shooting free throws in basketball. I had a weird little routine.
Yeah.
Didn't necessarily help. It just made you get in the mood. So got a nice 2 people on with 1 out. I thought it was 0 outs, but 1 out there. That's a good chance for Paxton to come in here and
help
do what he does
cause.
best. Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to look to help his own cause for sure. And he'll step in, and he'll crowd the plate and step in really tight to the home plate. And pitch is going to be on the way by Valdez, is in there on the outside corner, strike 1. Valdez is looking at now 18 pitches in this first inning, and pitch number 19 is coming up. That's one of the things that is pitches on the way. That is swung on and missed. And again, Paxton, I know they laugh at it. That had anger behind it. He was wanting to send it to the pond over on left field.
He wants to get it over the fence every time. You can see it with his hits.
I think he wants to send it to the next county over. Pitch on the way is going to be almost in the head, and Paxton barely ducked, but he will see ball number 1. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, and the pitcher Valdez will look over at second and quickly deliver. This one's going to get tied go over the glove of the third baseman, and it will give everyone bases loaded now for Ty Martin. And Ty Martin, in the game that I called a few weeks ago, hit a home run, and he is, Miss Kelly just said it, he is an absolute powerhouse. And so we could see a grand slam here with he wouldn't even blink.
Yeah.
He
wouldn't surprise anyone in here, too.
Trying to see, I don't know if it'll tell me, but I'm curious. I want to say, I know Ty has got at least 3 home runs, at least in the games that I've called. So Ty is going to step in. He does not wear the batter's gloves, and he is the tallest kid that I know. Pitch is on the way. Swung on, so tight. That was exactly what he needed to do. And now it's going to be a play at the plate. Slide in is safe. And now Ty Martin's going to get to second. And so now runners on second and third, and the Lobos lead 2-0.
Wow, right at the plate. That was so clutch, the way that he ended up sliding there. And I think whoever was on second base, was that Paxton that's on third base now?
Yes.
He tried to stop at second base and then saw that they weren't throwing to him, so he immediately bolted to third. That was some good vision by him right on time.
Yeah, Paxton with the awareness, because it was really a hold-up there, because the score really kind of just, it was almost like a hesitation on both Paxton as well as Stevenson's part, because I mean, they kind of just stopped because, like you said, they couldn't figure out who the ball was going to go towards, which actually made the play at the plate closer than it probably should have been.
Yeah.
But the Lobos lead.
For T-Money.
Absolutely. Lobos lead 2-0, and that'll bring up Connor Carey. Carey has runners on second and third, still 1 out, and he's going to look to bunt, but he's also going to duck out of the way. Ball 1.
I could never master the art of the bunt. I never played baseball for very long, but the bunt scared me every time when I was a kid because I just thought it was going to hit me right in the face off the tip of the bat.
Carey is actually, I love Carey's outfit because he's got the sleeve on the one arm and the gloves, but not on the other sleeve. So now pitch on the way is outside and low, ball 2.
I don't know if you were old enough to watch Michael Jordan play baseball, but he used to rock some pretty cool sleeves.
My friend, I'm older than you.
But did you ever watch Michael Jordan
I did.
play baseball?
So, yes, I did. Pitch on the way, swung on. It's going to go right to the shortstop, or second baseman.
Yeah.
He'll get it over to first, and so now out number 2. Do you remember, do you remember the Atlanta Braves or the Chicago Bulls winning 3-peats in the 90s? I do.
I do as well, because I used to have nothing but Michael Jordan outfits. Every picture of me between age 1 and 5, I'm wearing a Michael Jordan jersey of some kind.
I feel like people are going to not like me after what I'm about to say, but I was a Dennis Rodman kid.
Oh, yeah. Dude, who wasn't? He was the coolest dude out there.
Yeah, she's just going to pull the plugs right now. She's taking the hamburgers away. Everything's going. Pitch on the way is swung on and missed. Strike number 1, and you saw dust come off the bat.
My goodness. He was going hard on that one.
I kid you not, we just lost someone on the stream. Someone just turned it off. The whole Dennis Rodman's comment. Pitch on the way is in there for a strike. Now no ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, he's swinging for the fences almost every time, just like Paxton was.
But if you think about it, Ty Martin, powerhouse hitter, nice calm swing, got where he needed to go, and now then a pitch by Valdez goes to Stevenson, and he'll tap it off. And so now we stay at no balls, 2 strikes. And, yeah, I mean, there's something to be said about swinging for the fences, but there's also something to be saying to get the ball in play.
Yeah, and typically when you find
Pitch on the way is going to be hit high right field, and it will go into the park, and Miss Kelly will say that she needs the balls back, and it'll come back to the field. You don't get bubble gum here.
He got it anyway, yeah. No, I was going to say most of the time when you get people that swing for the fences so often, especially like a whole team, you get a lot of strikeouts. But this team makes a lot of contact. So even if they don't get it out to the fences, it doesn't typically end in a strikeout as often as you'd think.
And I'm trying to see, I believe dead center's 375, if I remember correctly from what I was told. Pitch on the way is going to be fouled off to the left side. So 375 dead center. And then, so that would make about probably, 310, 340 over there in left, and then 340 over in right. So
they can do it.
They can definitely. I mean, I've seen Ty hit a ball into the pond across the street. Pitch is going to be hit on, and let's see if it gets down. It's going to be under the glove of the center fielder. That'll score another run, and now Keegan Stevenson will get in on a stand-up double with 2 outs. And the Lobos now extend their lead to 3-0. 4-0 as Ty Martin crosses the plate. I didn't see anybody else cross the plate.
Yeah, no, it was from the ground out earlier, right before Keegan. So
okay, so she was just behind. That's fine.
Yeah.
So 4-0 is the score.
Kelly Reese just behind on everything. She is working triple duty. She's working the live stream. She's working the scoreboard. She's working the game changer. Look at that.
Another pitch goes right back up to center. And so now we're going to have a play at the plate. No, we're not. As smartly done, Keegan Stevenson will come back to third. But it will be a stand-up double for Taylor Pierce as the Lobos now are starting to get their bats going. So that brings up Rhett Stover, which brings up the bottom third of the lineup here for the Lobos. So let's see. Taylor Pierce got a hit. We were talking about it. Let's see what Rhett and Lakota can do with 2 outs.
They just string together so many hits. It would be surprising, honestly, if this doesn't continue.
Stover, first pitch will be outside, and ball 1 for Rhett Stover.
Especially if Valdez and the catcher don't have a meeting here shortly, because he's let quite a bit go so far.
So we're in the bottom of the first inning, and Valdez is already looking at 34 pitches. Now 35. As that pitch is high, ball 2. 4-0 Lander Lobos lead. As Gillette has had a really hard time, as that pitch is going to be fouled off to the right and probably hit
way
something
out the right.
Over there.
That might be in the playground.
Just a reminder to those in the...
Your mic is not on.
And that's what happens when she makes fun of us.
Just a reminder to those in the park, please bring back the foul balls.
So that pitch was...
Took it right in the pitcher's backswing. I think the mom got mad.
Absolutely. So pitch is now going to be outside, ball 3. So now 3 balls, 1 strike. Valdez will deliver, and that'll be outside, ball 4. So now Rhett will take first, and that puts Lakota Officer with the bases loaded with 2 outs.
Remind me not to bring Miss Reese golfing. She's just going to talk in my backswing the whole time. She's going to ask me if I want a beer or something right when I'm going for the backswing.
Pitch by Valdez, outside now, ball 1. Valdez is trying to pitch away from a lot of these hitters, and he's just not able to get that outside corner.
Well, and so actually against left-handed hitters so far, Valdez has done pretty well. He's had a strikeout and he had a ground out. So we will see what he does with the only 2 outs that he's had are from left-handed batters. So let's see if he does it here.
1-1 the count, and now 2-1 the count as that one is low and outside for ball 2.
Kind of speeding up the pitches, too, not giving him a chance. Let's see.
Next pitch on the way. High and outside, ball 3. So bases are loaded. Stover at first, Pierce at second, Stevenson is at third. Valdez is looking at 42 pitches at this next pitch. And that ball is going to get swung on and hit left field. It's going to stay there. That's going to score at least 2 as the ball goes all the way to the corner. Here comes Rhett Stover, and Stover's going to come back to third, and the Lobos now lead 6-0.
Wow, what a shot. That was right inside the foul line ball.
That's my son.
Foul line. That's my son.
That's my son. Nicely done by the Lakota officer. And as we said, the bottom third had to come up and make contact, and they did it in a big way.
Yes, they did. And I think now the pitcher's meeting is going to be exactly what we were talking about. He's just giving, I mean, that bottom third can make any pitcher look foolish. So now they're going to be back up at the top of the lineup, and I think they, where they got some success earlier, they had a strikeout. They had a ground out about halfway through. So we'll see what they do here. He is at, 43 pitches? That's a lot for a first inning.
He's at, the next pitch will be 43 pitches, and that is going to bring up, as you said, the top of the lineup, and Justin Whelan, who has had obviously one at bat, and he's one hit. He's got one hit in the game, so he's 1 for 1 so far. He's also got 1 run in the game as well. So the Lobos are definitely putting together a string of hits, and they're also giving Valdez all he can handle with almost 40. Depending on what happens here, he could probably finish the inning with maybe 45 or more pitches in the first inning alone.
Yeah, it's a heavy inning for him. If he can't really get out of these next 2 batters, I would wonder if the coach might get someone else in there early.
And so Valdez and the conversation with the pitching coach is done, and so that'll bring up the top of the lineup in Justin Whelan with the Lobos leading 6-0. Ball is on the way, and pitch is going to be swung on and missed. Strike number 1.
There's that force. I mean, we keep bringing it up, man. Everyone here wants to get that big grand slam ball.
Next pitch is on the way outside, ball 1.
Even though there's not someone on first, I just meant that big home run. They really want something big. That's why every single swing is just so forceful.
Next pitch by Valdez is tipped and fouled off, so 1 ball, 2 strikes. But again, and we said this earlier, if you go back to the hit by Ty Martin, very capable of hitting home runs, but he took the easy swing and it scored 2 runs.
Yep, it's all about picking your battles. Let's see what battle that
Valdez
Whelan picks right now.
Valdez now with pitch number 46 on the way is outside, ball 2. Valdez is having a really hard time finding the strike zone, and really the strikes that he's had has been a lot of the hitters swinging at higher away balls.
Yep.
Pitch on the way, swung on and missed, strike 3, and finally Valdez is out of the inning. So 45 pitches for Davin Valdez, but the Lobos now lead 6-0 as we go to the top of the second. We'll be right back.
During winter storms, it doesn't take long for roads to turn slick. Snowfall is often accompanied by high winds, and blowing and drifting snow can make it difficult to see the road. Speed limits are based on dry pavement conditions and good visibility. Be ready to reduce speed and increase following distance. Crashes are twice as likely to happen when it's slick out, and it's usually because someone is driving too fast for conditions. Remember, when there's ice and snow, take it slow. This message is brought to you by WYDOT.
Central Wyoming College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees.
Why should you choose Lander Medical Clinic or Western Family Care for your health care? In addition to 4 locations in Fremont County, they also provide telehealth. Telehealth can be your go-to answer when you're out of town, on the road, or just can't get to urgent care. All you need is a good internet connection. To schedule a telehealth appointment, call 332-2941 today. That's 332-2941. Lander Medical Clinic and Western Family Care. With telehealth, they're putting your health first every time.
Riverton Vision Center offers comprehensive eye health exams, highly trained staff, and a large selection of fashion eyewear and sunglasses. Dr. Frazier, Dr. Hinkle, Dr. Ballard, and Dr. Davis offer over 70 years of experience. Call Riverton Vision Center at 856-9451 to schedule an appointment today.
Welcome back, everyone. We are in the top of the second inning, and Paxton Reese got through the first inning pretty okay. He has 16 pitches coming into the top of the second, and it will bring up Sean Keller to the plate.
And he spells his name the right way.
Reese will set, look in, and not off, and then pitch and inside, but swung on, strike one. So I feel
Swung on indefinitely.
I feel like what is happening, and I can almost see the adjustment now, Reese and Connor Carey are communicating a lot better because Reese has shook off a couple of pitches, and now he's going to deliver. That one's going to be a fastball high, ball one.
Yeah, but right down the middle, he's definitely finding that line. I think Paxton, just from the 2 games I've called, I think Paxton pitches a lot better when there's no one on base, and I'm sure most pitchers are like that way, but when his whole concentration's on the center line.
Pitch is on the outside corner, strike 2.
When his pitch is on that line, just down the middle, right in front of his eyesight, I think it's just a little bit better for him.
And the other thing that I've noticed is we haven't got there yet, but I feel like by the 4th inning we will, the shadows on the pitcher's mound. Swung on and missed, strike number 3, nicely done by Paxton.
Second strikeout of the game for Mr. Reese.
See, I can't. I'm scared to say his last name because I know I'm going to say Parker Paxton at some point.
Mr. Reese, that's what we're going to call him.
So Reese with a strikeout, and he is working really well, 20 pitches, and he's already ready to go as Eichen will step in.
Yeah, we got Coach Reese and Mr. Reese. We'll do that.
Yeah, that'll work. Pitch on the way is outside, ball one. So we were talking about this earlier. Paxton and his brother Peyton and Peyton's girlfriend, it's a funny story. So apparently the pitch on is swung and fouled. Apparently Peyton, the older brother of Paxton, his girlfriend scared the death out of the Lobos as they were playing a game of speed during practice. And apparently she just slap hit and then switch hit, and then hit a home run, all in the practice, and no one knew what to do with it. And I love when those things happen.
Ooh.
Pitch is going to go right into the rib, and he'll feel that. That's going to feel good in the morning. And it'll send Eichen to first base.
He's definitely going to feel that in the morning.
Yeah, he winced
That's in the kidneys.
Yeah, he winced when he took it. And so it'll still give the Rage a runner on first. And Paxton is going to talk to
yeah, he's going to talk to his coach, see if maybe
well, Paxton was saying something to Eichen, almost like, are you good or something like that, and now their coach is going to talk to Eichen. Eichen's going to shake it off. He's going to do the arm waves and make sure his ribs are still intact, and now we'll step on first, and here we go as Bernard the catcher will step in as the runner on first, Eichen, will take his lead. And now, as you said, let's see what happens as Paxton will now work from the stretch. Pitch is on the way. That one had some anger behind it in the pitch. And it is a ball one on the outside high corner.
Yeah, and they thought that Eichen was leading off pretty heavy. I think he was thinking about stealing there. The catcher almost threw it to first to get him, but I think he was just right on time.
I had an opportunity to talk to Paxton after one of the games, and that pitch is going to be strike number 1 on the outside corner. And I asked him, I said, what's the hardest you've ever pitched? And he looked at me, and I think he was going to tell me a lie. But then he was like, I think I can throw about 80. And I was like, that's crazy.
I can see that.
Pitch on the way, and outside, ball 1. I think he's trying to go 80 there. He's his motion is just very fluent, and I talked to him. I said, how do you get through double headers? How do you pitch these double headers? And he said, it's really, you don't feel the arm's not the thing doing all the speed. It's the hips. It's a lot of the body movement. And he made me feel a lot smarter about baseball after that conversation. Ooh. Pitch on the outside corner, almost touched the outside corner, but it's going to be ball number 3.
Step, bud.
So now Paxton, as Coach Reese on the crow's nest, gives out some instruction, and I see Paxton smiling, so I need to calm down. And so now Paxton will deliver, and swung on almost right back into Paxton's face. That'll go right back up the middle, and it'll be a single for
We saw Mama Reese up here just
almost lose it. Yeah,
just fell out of a chair.
Bernard with the single. Paxton is smiling, and he's probably nervous smiling because I've been there. Okay, so like when that ball comes right back up the middle, that's scary.
And you really only hear it. You can barely see it. It just goes just right past your head.
And so that'll bring up Cooper Stevens to the plate. And now runners on first and second as the Rays try to cut into this 6-0 lead. Pitch on the way is a strike right down the heart for strike one.
And I don't know if we've seen Paxton go up against the left-handed hitter, but he seems like he might be more suited. Just by the way his pitches have gone so far, he might be more suited towards the left-handed batter right now.
And Paxton, obviously the right-handed pitcher. And pitch on the way, swung on and missed strike two. That was nasty.
That looked way outside and just curved right inside right at the last second. That was a gnarly one.
All right, so let's see what happens here for Paxton. Reese will set, look over at third, now back at second, and really looking at second. Now pitch on the way, swung on and missed strike three. Nicely done by Paxton to now give the Lobos 2 outs here with runners on first and second as Dawson Reed, that looks like an S,
it does,
is going to come up to bat. And I was like, well, there's going to be a Reese on Reese injustice here. I can feel it. And so now a time is going to be called, and they're going to do the YMCA is the home plate umpire.
Wonder what's happening here.
Looks like they're going to have a pitch runner,
yeah.
And it will be number 26, Austin Ham, who comes in for the first base runner, who was, I believe that was Cooper Stevens. No, that was Seth Bernard.
There you go.
I have completely forgotten how Game Changer works, so everybody just keep up with me. Pitch is going to be low and outside. Ball one for the batter, who is Dawson Reed.
And we don't get paid to plug this, but if you are unable to watch the live stream or unable to view the games, you can always go to Game Changer as a fan, make an account for free, and check out how your team did. And it doesn't just have to be the Lobos. You can be American Legion, Babe Ruth, Little League, Travel Ball. They're all on there. Just search for your team's name. It's pretty easy. It's actually made our lives a lot easier as sports reporters.
That's an amen from me. Swung on and missed. That's 2 pitches and 2 swings and misses for Reed. So now 1 ball, 2 strike, and 2 outs here for Paxton Reese.
And you know Paxton's trying to get out of the inning right here. He doesn't even want to give another chance to Reed.
Pitch number 34 on the way here for Paxton. Pitch on the way, goes off the end of the bat, and it's going to go over. Everybody lost it because of the sun, and so it's going to score a run for the Rage. That one you could tell the sun played a factor because Rhett Stover came in, and he thought it was coming right to him. It went over his head and actually ended up in the left center field, right in front of the left center fielder, Whelan. And then even Whelan couldn't find it. So
they're joking about it out there right by third base, but Rhett was saying it was his bad, and I think Rhett's a little mad that he gave up on it.
Which means Rhett's going to hit a grand slam in the next opportunity he gets. That's what that translates to.
That, or we'll hear his dad over there.
That is also a possibility. So now the lead is 6-1 in favor of the Lobos, and it will bring up Connor Ellis to the plate. Pitch is going to be outside.
Half step, bud.
And that's ball one.
You know what I'm inside coaching information out
right,
there.
Yeah. You were saying we need to put a mic on one of the coaches. We got one right here.
Yeah.
Pitch is going to be off the end of the bat and fouled, so now 1 ball, 1 strike. And, this team, or this Paxton, and I'm not saying this because Miss Kelly's here, they have a lot of athletes on their team or in their family,
yes,
and it's like really funny to watch how this family interacts because it's just like competition. Yeah. That ball's going to get hit and go past the second baseman, and so now we're going to have a play at the plate. Throw is going to come in. It's going to get there, and he's out at the plate. Nicely done by Connor Carey, and Carey is holding his hamstring. But an out, and nicely done on the play by Ty Martin to get it in to Connor Carey. And that will end the top of the second inning with the Lobos still leading 6-1. We'll be right back for the Lobos. Half of the inning. We'll be right back.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
A proud sponsor of this broadcast is Bailey Enterprises. For over 50 years, Bailey has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey.
From the wide open spaces to the canyon near you, Wyoming.com is reaching more homes and businesses than ever before. For more than 25 years, we've aimed to provide the best internet and phone service to meet the needs of our customers all across the great state of Wyoming. Now it's getting even better. Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you. Wyoming.com. We're out there.
Wind River Family and Community Healthcare has clinics located in Arapahoe, Ethity, and Riverton. We provide family medical services along with dental, optometry, behavioral health, physical and occupational therapy, and more. Our in-house lab and pharmacy at all locations make for a one-stop primary healthcare center for your healthcare needs. Wind River Family and Community Healthcare is striving for a stronger, healthier community because Wind River cares. More information can be found at windrivercares.com.
All right, welcome back, everyone. As the scoreboard cam has lost its mind again. Pitch is on the way, and it is outside ball number 1 for the hitter, who I have no clue who it is.
13.
That is Luca Kramer. And Valdez now is going to have to, he's looking for a quick 1-2-3 inning.
Yes, he is.
Pitch is going to be outside ball 2. So for those playing at home and wondering why everybody's laughing around me, it's because we had a YMCA dance-off here just a few seconds ago.
Miss Reese won.
Miss Reese won.
There was plenty in the crowd that tried their best.
So now I just wonder what's going to happen if we play Go Grease Lightning from the movie Grease. So now
what a
pitch
great idea now.
Is outside, and I think it's ball 3. I have no idea.
What's funny, of all the songs in Grease, that's probably the one song that I don't listen to on occasion.
Okay, so they're actually saying 2 and 1. Okay, that works too. We are all out of sorts now. Pitch on the way, swung on.
What a swing.
It's going to get high. It's going to go over the head of the center fielder, and it's gone out. And that is a home run for Luca Kramer. And everyone has left the crow's nest. Everyone's here at the plate.
Look at this.
Kramer went yard, and Kramer steps on the plate. And 7-1, the Lobos lead. That one, you called it as soon as it left the bat. Was going nowhere but out.
It was too high to go, drop anywhere in the field. It was just so far gone.
Man alive, and that was not an angry swing.
No, it
was a
calm.
very calm swing, and it went yard, a long way.
I believe it went yard on a 3-0 pitch.
3-0 pitch.
I mean, he could have had it. I think.
Actually, no, it was a 2-1 pitch.
Oh, 2-1 pitch, sorry.
And so now that will bring up Evan Stevenson as the Lobos now get back to the 6-run lead. Pitch on the way, outside, ball 1.
But now you just got to, if you're the Rage, you're just kind of feeling all this energy coming from every direction, and you don't know really what to do if you are not the pitcher.
Valdez on the way is tapped back, and now 1 ball, 1 strike. And one of the things that I've noticed is, we didn't call this game, but they just did the Rage and the Lobos, and the Rage won 7-6.
Yes.
So now you're seeing a different kind of a game. That's why I'm very interested in these double headers as the ball is outside ball number 2. And it's very interesting because the double headers, you can almost see the adjustments coming. And in the second game, you can decide the adjustments. That one is going to go off the end of the bat. It's going to go to the shortstop. Throw over to first is going to be not in time. Safe.
Wow, he fell off the bat. It actually was on time. He just fell off the bag, I mean.
Yeah, and that was first baseman. That's number 73, Stevens. And like you said, he tried to hold that foot on the bag, but just could not do it. And so now runner is at first, and the lead 7-1.
They found the home run ball. Everyone's excited.
So I will ask for an autograph on that ball, and I will take that ball home with me.
We'll auction it off later.
I'm not auctioning anything off. I'm taking that home with me. 7-1 is the lead, and Valdez now looks at pitch number 56. Steal attempt, and it will easily get in. Will Stevenson. And so now the Lobos now have nobody out, runner in scoring position, and a 2-0 count. I believe 1-0 count in favor of number 6, which is Paxton Reese.
And it's funny that Kramer's the one that hit that home run, and we were talking about how it changed. I mean, the game changed from last game to this game. Because Kramer, the first practice I came here, I got a little interview from a lot of players, and Kramer had a line that stuck with me. He goes, every inning can change every game. So that's funny that he hit that home run because not that the game was anywhere within reach earlier than that. It was 6-1, but he definitely could change the game with one swing, and he just did it right there.
2 balls, 1 strike now for Paxton. And, yeah, I mean, that's just – it takes one inning to really decide a game, whether it be a walk-off or whether it be a game save. And now another steal attempt at third, and he'll grab a hold of that one, Will Stevenson. And so now the tying – or the another scoring run is going to be –
the third baseman and him are talking about how he should have tagged him. I love watching these kids bicker with each other because in the major leagues it's not professional courtesy. It's mean.
Throw is going to go over to third.
He's safe.
And he's safe, and that's interesting because
he looked a little bit.
The field umpire is over between first and second, so
he saw him. I mean, Jost is so tall he could probably see over everything in the parking lot.
That's fair. Pitch on the way, swung on and missed. Strike number 2. So now 3-2 is the count. Nobody out. Ball.
Let's go now, base hit.
That's kind of funny. I don't know if you saw that over. I know we did, but Luca Kramer actually got that ball that he hit, and I thought I saw him signing it. So I was kind of hoping he thought I was joking. So pitch on the way is gonna go foul, and Coach Stevenson almost dove for it.
I would have paid good money to see him jump for it like that in those shoes. Coach Stevenson does a lot with Fort Washakie track too, so you know that he knows how to do a long jump. Oh, here's a pop-up.
And it's going to be grabbed to held. Grabbed to held. That's a new one.
Grabbed to held.
That's a new one for me. It's going to be caught by the shortstop, and so now 1 out for the Lobos, and that'll bring up the home run hitter, Ty Martin.
In the thesaurus next to caught, it says grabbed and held.
Yep, it doesn't in where I'm from. So Ty Martin had the single, and he was swinging for the fences there. Strike number 1. Ty Martin is 1 for 1 in this game, and I believe
he had a double earlier that had 2 RBIs.
Double,
he had the first 2 scores, and honestly, that was a great shot that he had earlier right up the middle. So let's see if he can do something similar here.
Next pitch is outside, ball number 1. And I love Ty Martin in the way that he wears his jersey because it's not tucked. Everyone else's is tucked except for, I just jinxed myself because they're
going to be walking up now.
Connor Carey's going to have no tuck in as well. I guess if you're comfortable, roll with it. 2 balls, 1 strike now as that pitch was outside.
I remember watching Allen Iverson thinking that nobody should ever have their jersey tucked into their pants because he used to rock it.
Pitch is high. Ball 3. Okay, so if we're going to talk about it, we're going to talk about it. I don't ever tuck my shirt in because I just think it's uncomfortable. So I don't know. And I do know in actually some leagues you have to tuck your shirt in.
Yes,
so,
you do.
That pitch is going to be fouled off to the left. And so, I feel like Ty is doing what I would do, and that would be flirt with the rule as possible as can get. Like, be like, my shirt's tucked in, just not all the way. I feel like I would do that.
Yeah, just make it a little bit less than what's regulated.
Pitch on the way is swung on a miss. He had to reach for that one, and he knew it. And so 2 outs now, and that'll bring up Connor Carey. Carey will wait a moment. I don't know what the delay is for. He's just waiting just a split second here. And now he'll step in. Valdez right now is looking at pitch number 69 coming up. Pitch is on the way. Swung on and fouled.
That's near my car.
Yep, that's near my car too, so don't knock the camera over though. So that is a long strike for Connor Carey. So I'm waiting for the moment where Connor hits a home run so I can say that ball's carrying for Carey. And waiting for Miss Kelly to say it, but not in the backswing.
I'm waiting. I was waiting for you to stop talking, too.
That's never a good idea. Pitch is on the way, and strike number 2.
Just a reminder, please return all foul balls to the field.
Yeah, if she's going to wait for me to stop talking, we're going to be here a while.
7 innings isn't going to contain that one. 2-strike pitch.
Runner is at third, 90 feet away. That one is going to get fouled, and I had that one, partner, even though I didn't see it.
You couldn't have seen that
Nope,
coming.
didn't see it.
I love the bright green bat. That's up there. I like that one. I don't like Seattle Seahawks bright green jerseys, but I like that bat.
All right, so Stevenson is going to be at third. I'm not touching that. And no balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and swung on. That one's going to go foul. That one's going to be towards my car, and it's going to hit my car. All right.
Someone, I think, caught it right before it actually did hit a car.
That actually was my car. That's exactly where I parked.
No way. That's hilarious, honestly.
That's fine, you know.
There's your souvenir. We'll get someone to sign that ball for you.
Yeah, Connor Carey insurance claim. That's what it needs to be.
Please return all balls to the field.
We're going to hear that after every foul ball because Miss Reese needs all of it. She doesn't want to have to pay for more balls. They are expensive.
No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Valdez will have that one high, and so now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Runner still at third in Stevenson. The lead 7-1 in favor of the Lobos. And I promised one of the fans that I would say this after, so we'll hold on. Strike number 3 on the outside corner. And so now that'll end the bottom of the second. We'll go to the top of the third. So remind me when we come back to talk about one of the conversations that me and one of the fans had just a couple of weeks ago. We'll be right back.
Want access to local news, sports, events, and more? Download the WYO Today app. Now available on all platforms. Stream your favorite radio station, submit something to buy, sell, or trade for deals on the dial, or view contests and special coupons. Better yet, the WYO Today app is the best way to access free HD video of Fremont and Hot Springs County athletics. It's all at your fingertips. Head to your app store or visit wyotoday.com to download the WYO Today app now.
There are 2 ways to buy 4x4 gear, the expensive way and the smart way. The expensive way is when you buy a new truck or SUV and the dealer sells you the brush guard, the heavy-duty bumpers, the steps, lights, winch, you name it. He rolls it all in with your loan into your monthly payment. But here's the smart way. Shop at Wyoming 4x4, where you get expert advice from Dan, quality gear, professional installation, all for a whole lot less than you'd spend at a car dealer. Wyoming 4x4 on North Federal in Riverton. The smart way to roll.
Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at DuBois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment.
Hi, this is Terry Banker. I'm minister at New Hope Christian Church in Lander, Wyoming. We want to support the kids of this area academically, athletically, and spiritually. Our address is 630 Mount Hope Drive. Come to Sunday school at 9:30 and our worship service at 10:45.
My name is Sarah Lowe, and I have been in law enforcement in Fremont County for 13 years. I didn't know much about therapy in general until I got injured in October of 20 chasing a cow. So I had to get shoulder surgery. And after my surgery with Fremont Orthopedics, I went to Fremont Therapy. And they were really excited to see you. So it was a really warm, welcoming experience. We tried all sorts of different methods to increase and make sure I had the best mobility for my job. Rachel's a firecracker. She's just a little spitfire. It was fantastic, a great environment to go and have your therapy.
Welcome back, everyone. 7-1, the lead for the Lobos as Jay Morgan will come up for the Rage. Reese, first pitch is outside, ball one. So I was saying when we went to break, before we went to break, I had a conversation. It was with Grandma Reese, and we were talking after the signing of Paxton, and we'll wait for this next pitch. Reese will deliver, and that'll be high and inside, ball two. But we were talking about the differences on how the broadcast between the Raiders and the Lobos go. We have way too much fun up here.
We really do.
And we get the audience involved. We get the PA people involved as that pitch is outside, ball three. And you know, it kind of goes back to what we were talking about. The atmosphere that this team gives, you know, they're very relaxed, they're fun. And so, and I'm going to say this for those listening, and I'm not saying this for any reason whatsoever other than it's just been a lot of fun to call this Lander Lobos team this season, and I'm so honored to be, as that ball is going to be fouled over to the tennis court, I'm so honored to have been.
Please return all baseballs to the field. Just a friendly reminder.
It's been an honor. I'm going to get this sentence out.
You are, eventually.
It's been an honor to be able to be deemed the voice of the Lander Lobos. It's been a lot of fun. That ball is going to be outside, ball four.
What's fun, too, is this literally feels almost like a Savannah Bananas game, if anyone knows
it
what
really
I'm talking
does.
about. There's so much stuff in between all the innings, having fun. I mean, Boyer's up now. I thought that was the same runner. But, yeah, no, it really is a lot of fun out here. Every game, even the JV games, are just a ball to be at. And
the fans also have just been absolutely phenomenal as pitch is going to be outside, and now a stolen base is going to go in the way of Morgan. So now runner in scoring position with a 1-ball, no strike count. And, I mean, look, we're both not from here. I'm from Tennessee. You're from Kansas. And, you know, Miss Kelly, Coach Reese, the guys have really just brought us in and just really that ball's going to get up and in. Ball's going to get thrown over to third. Nicely done by Brett to jump up and grab that. That could have been trouble, but now another scoring run is 90 feet away.
It was the sun is right in Rhett's eyes, too. He's really lucky he grabbed that.
Yeah. But, again, like, you know, as I was saying, the coaches, the fans, the parents, just accepting us and bringing us in, it's been an absolute honor to call this team this year. And I'm really looking forward to state coming up in just over a month.
It will be fun.
That pitch is going to be right down the heart. Strike one.
One more of those to put a little bit of fear in Boyer's bat here because he's kind of gotten a little bit lucky with these first two pitches.
2 balls, 1 strike. Reese looks over at third. Now pitch is going to be swung on and fouled. And so now Boyer has had a 2-0 count. Now is looking at a 2-2 count.
And, yeah, this guy on third is definitely trying his hardest to get to home as soon as that ball hits contact with the bat.
And now it was kind of what I was saying. You're seeing the shadows play a factor here. Pitch on the way is outside, ball 3, so now full count. The shadows are now in the infield, and pitching, first base, and home plate is in shadows. Everyone on left field is in nothing but sun.
Yeah, right in your eyes. That's what the black paint for is on your face.
Pitch on the way. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Nicely done by Paxton.
That is the second strikeout swinging and his fourth strikeout so far. He's doing pretty good. I mean, he's having a good game.
Reese is at 48 pitches right now as Terrell will come out, who is 0 for 1 in his in this game.
And the only score for the Rage really came off of a hit by pitch by Paxton.
That ball is going to get fouled and go right over the dugout of the Rage.
If he had not hit him with the pitch, he wouldn't have been on third, or he wouldn't have been on second when a single came in and scored the run. So, literally doing almost a perfect game for Paxton right now.
Yeah, so far his pitch count is down 50 pitches through 2.5 so far. Pitch is on the way, strike 2 on the outside corner. Carey almost threw that by him. Nice save there by Paxton. So now a cloud has come over, so maybe Rhett Stover can now see the person who's standing at home plate. Pitch on the way is strike 3 on the outside corner.
Wow. I don't think the batter thought that was a strikeout either.
Yeah, he did not swing. He didn't move, but he didn't argue either. So
No,
that'll bring up now, that is who is that?
Number 4.
That is Dawson Lang. I believe that was the pitch runner from last inning who is in, and this is his first at bat of the game. And Reese will look over at third again, now fully in shadows. And that ball's going to be outside. Nicely done by Carey to grab a hold of it.
Notice the weather changes quickly. Like it went from kind of nice and warm to a little bit brisk out here. Might need to throw a sweatshirt on while this cloud's out.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it because it's going to change again.
It's Wyoming weather.
Pitch on the way, down the heart again, strike 2.
Speaking of Wyoming weather, to have no wind at a baseball game is pretty awesome, to be honest. Having no wind at anything out here is pretty lucky. Knock on wood. Sorry, we got to knock on wood. Everyone up here is superstitious.
Everyone started banging on everything that was wood up in this crow's nest.
I might as well have cracked a mirror or something.
Ball 2 on the outside corner, and now 2 balls, 1 strike here for Paxton Reese. Lang, again, was the pitch runner from last inning, and now has stepped in. I'm trying to see who he stepped in for. That would have been Sean Keller, right? Pitch is going to be swung on and fouled. And so 2 balls and now 2 strikes.
That was barely foul, too. It hit the dirt on the white line. That was an executive decision by umpire Dave Jost out there.
So as Vin Scully would say, deuces are wild on the board for Lang.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
Lang will step in. Reese will look in. Look over at third now as Morgan will take a lead. That's going to go on the outside corner. And Carey actually held that, waiting for the umpire to call strike 3. But now it's 3 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. And so Morgan will run on this next pitch.
Yes, he will.
Pitch on the way, swung on and missed.
But he dropped the ball, so that's going to be foul.
Actually, they're going to say that was a foul tip.
Oh, okay.
And so Carey, that hit Carey's hand. He had to shake it. Coach Reese is over there, and he's talking to his catcher. Paxton is smiling over the pain from Connor Carey.
He's like, ooh, that hurt.
And so he's going to probably brag and be like, remember that pitch I threw that was like 90 miles an hour that hurt your hand? Yeah, that was me.
Couldn't even catch it. Come on.
So Lang now has another life with 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and Morgan will run on this next pitch as well as he did the last pitch. Reese will deliver. And again, it'll be on the outside corner.
Come on, man.
And that's ball 4.
Come on, babe, right here now.
So Reese is looking in to Carey. Carey's looking at the umpire, and Reese is also looking at the umpire, and the umpire is looking back at Reese. So
everyone's asking everyone to make sure. But Paxton, I mean, that would have been 3 strikeouts in a row. So that was a good up and down pitch moment there from the walk earlier.
That ball's outside, but a play at the second is going to go off the end of the glove of the second baseman Stevenson, or actually shortstop Stevenson, and So now runners are at second and third with 2 outs. And one swing of the bat by Eichen could make this a 7-3 game or a 7-4 game, depending on what happens.
Yeah, and Paxton just wants to get out of this inning. I mean, he's worked really hard to get out of this inning.
And Paxton now is looking at pitch number 61 on this next pitch.
Compared that to what was Valdez's pitch count?
He had 60 in the second inning.
Oh, my goodness.
That pitch is going to be outside, ball 2. So now Reese all of a sudden is having a hard time finding the strike zone. Coach Stevenson over here just did a full 360 circle and will now he's talking to someone in the dugout.
Just hearing the pitch counts makes my shoulder hurt. That's how I know I'm getting older.
Pitch on the way, swung on and missed, strike 1. Nicely done by Paxton. So Morgan has been on third, I believe, since out number 1.
Since before out number 1, yeah. He stole third before he got his swing and strikeout for the first out.
Reese, next pitch. That one's going to go off the end of the bat. And it's going to be caught and held onto by Ty Martin, and that'll end the inning. So the Lobos lead 7-1 as we go to the bottom of the third inning. We'll be right back.
High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit highplainspower.org.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunners Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunners Automotive, 856-2288.
At Teton Therapy, our people make the difference. You can live pain-free. The amazing staff at Teton Therapy can help in Lander and Riverton.
In any sport, athletes face the chance of sustaining an injury. According to the Athletic Training Association, 90% of student athletes reported some sort of sports-related injury. What's more, is 54% report playing while injured. For various reasons, sports-related injuries are increasingly leaving our youth at risk of exposure to opioid-based pain medication. Fremont WhenTheGameSlowsDown.com is here to help navigate monitoring medication, social support, and suggestions on what to do when the game slows down. Brought to you by Fremont County Prevention Program.
When repairs are complete after a collision, you expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
Welcome back, everyone, as we enter the bottom of the third inning. New pitcher for the Rage as Reese Eichen will come in and pitch, and Valdez will enter at the shortstop position with 74 pitches. And so let's see what the adjustment is. First pitch is on the way, swung on and hit right under the glove of Valdez. It'll end up in left field, and it'll be a single for the leadoff hitter, which was Keegan.
Yeah,
Stevenson, thank you.
That took a bounce that I just don't think Valdez even saw as a possibility because it hit right at the edge of the grass right before it hit dirt, and it just flew right up above his shoulder.
And it'll bring up Taylor Pierce for the Lobos with their leadoff runner on first. I think they've had the leadoff runner on base, I think, most of this game so far, since we're only through 3 innings.
Yeah.
First pitch on the way. Keegan is going to take a run. It's going to hit, and the throw is not going to be in time. And now another throw is going to go over to third. It's going to be in a rundown here for Keegan Stevenson. Stevenson is going to slide in, and he's out at the plate. And now they're going to call a time, and the ball went out of his hand. They bobbled it, so he's safe. And so now Keegan Stevenson beats the pickle. And now runners at first and second. As soon as he called out, Coach Reese bounced up and called out that umpire on the far side, and he saw that it had been bobbled. And so everyone is safe now with runners on first and second.
What a job just to get back to second base.
Yeah, Keegan Stevenson just ran a 5K just to get back to second.
To get back around to where you were.
Stover now will have the first
swing.
Pitch, and they're going to say that was a ball on the outside corner, so ball 1.
Yeah, he checked his swing. That was close there. I can't get over that pickle right there that he just got out of.
Yeah, that's crazy. Pitch is going to be fouled off the end of the bat on the left, and so that is strike 1. So now 1 ball, 1 strike for Rhett Stover. So Stover here with 1 swing of the bat can make things really interesting for the Lobos.
Yes, it could. And just speaking of Rhett, we just want to say congratulations to Rhett and all the other seniors on the Lander team for graduating, which we counted off, I believe, at 5 players.
Pitch is going to be up and just missed somebody.
Almost fell out of his chair getting out of it.
And so I've got a 2 ball, 1 strike, or 2 strikes, 1 ball count. At least that's what I saw. So that tells me that they called the first pitch a strike.
Yes.
Which was the check swing. Okay, so now he's saying 0-2. I don't know what the count is anymore.
There's been 3 pitches.
Yeah. Okay, so pitch is on the way. Swung on and miss, and that's going to be strike 3 on the outside corner for Rhett Stover. That was confusing because you had the first pitch was a rundown.
Yes.
And so that went as a ball, and then 2 strikes. So anyway, Stover's out, so we're moving on.
Yes.
Out number 1. That'll bring up Lakota Officer. And first pitch is going to be swung on and fouled off to the left side. Strike 1.
Officer had a huge hit earlier. And see if he can do something else here with 2 people on base.
Runners on first and second in Pierce and Stevenson. The lead is 7-1 in favor of the Lobos. Pitch on the way. He had to reach up, and now it's going to get popped up to the pitcher. Now they're going to have to communicate. Pitcher is going to grab it. And so 2 outs now for the Lobos. And we go back to the top of the order in Justin Whelan.
And, yeah, those first 2 batters, I mean, I think there was 3 pitches between them, and they got on base. And since then, it has been a strikeout and a pop-out. And let's see if Lander can change that tune.
And Eichen has been much more efficient than Valdez was. 8 pitches, 2 outs now, and Whelan is 1 for 2.
And Lander scored in both the innings so far.
Pitch on the way, swung on, and foul tip, strike 1.
So you know they want to keep that up. They want to score in this inning as well. So.
Yes, I believe they have scored in every inning so far.
6 in the first, a home run in the second.
Yeah.
And now they are in prime opportunity to get at least 1 on the board right here.
Pitch is in the dirt, and now play at the
he overthrew him.
And he overthrew him, so now here comes the play at the plate for Stevenson. Stevenson is going to get in easily on the stand-up, and then Pierce is also going to take second, and so now with 2 outs, the Lobos now lead 8-1 in favor of Lander.
What did we just say? They need to score in this inning. That's what they want to do, and guess what? I mean, it happens so fast with this team. 1 missed pitch, and boom, right there you got an extra point. Now Rage is down by 7 instead of 6.
And so now pitch by Eichen is going to be outside for ball number 2. And, you know, one of the things that we noticed, especially with that play, that ball sailed on the third baseman. It went over his glove.
Just a little bit,
by
yeah.
Keller. So that pitch now is going to be fouled back, and look out, people behind me.
There's a bunch of kids playing in the parking lot right there. Hopefully they're all good.
For those of you in the park, please return all baseballs.
I feel like I have to just stop talking whenever she says that. Don't think we're not going to talk about what you just said off air. Pitch is going to be fouled off to the right, and so Miss Kelly is going to make the announcement one more time. Maybe not. Nope, she's not.
They heard her.
Yeah, they got it. So,
yeah, my wife's looking for places to get her nails done, Miss Reese. There you go.
and so now 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs for the pitcher Whelan, or for the hitter Whelan. Ball is outside, ball 3, and stolen base for Pierce.
That was a nice slide right there. I mean, he would have been safe no matter what because the ball wasn't there in time, but still a good slide to get there before the possibility of getting out.
So now Deuce is wild again, and now this time it'll be Eichen who will look in, set, deliver. Ball outside, and that is
ball number 4. But
that's ball 4. Yeah, 3 balls, 2 strikes.
See that third.
So now runners on the corners in Pierce and Whelan. So I did a story when I was in college on outfits for sports.
Uniforms?
No, outfits.
Outfits, okay.
Like things that parents or like fans will wear to games.
Is this mullet part of it?
Nope. First pitch is going to be swung on and missed, and it's going to be a stolen base.
Nice.
For Whelan. He just trotted to second.
Yeah, I don't think the catcher even thought about it.
But anyway, so one of the stories that one of the people that I interviewed, pitch on the way is outside, and so ball 1. One of the people that I interviewed always wore purple shoes.
Yeah.
To the games because we were the Bears and our colors were black and purple. And so always wore purple shoes. Lander at a football game, I saw a picture of this, wore a full-on, it almost looked like as that pitch is swung on and popped up and easily caught. I'll hold on to that. When we come back, there was a fan at a Lander football game that had probably the greatest outfit I'd ever seen in my life. But we'll talk about it when we come back. Lobos lead 8-1.
Knows what it means to be on top of your game. For over 60 years, Gotchi has led the field in providing physical therapy, occupational therapy, and wellness in Thermopolis and their facilities in Worland, Basin, Powell, Cody, and Shoshone. Whether you're recovering from an injury, deconditioned, post-stroke, or just looking to take control of your health, you'll find years of dedicated experience paired with personal care at Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness. Learn more at gotchi.org.
Riverton's Hampton Inn & Suites is proud to sponsor our youth athletics in Fremont County. Fremont County school athletics provide our youth timeless experiences and lessons that can lead to success for life. Setting goals, teamwork, and hard work make young athletes into good citizens.
Former University of Wyoming quarterback Josh Allen is worthy of Wyoming.
23 plays into my first start here at the University of Wyoming. I dropped back, kind of went through a progression. I saw the middle of the field kind of open up. I decided to lower my shoulder. His helmet went straight into my collarbone here. We landed on the 20-yard line. At that moment, I knew something was really bad.
So Josh's collarbone was pretty bad. He had broken in multiple places and it required hardware fixation with the plate in order to get it back together.
It was devastating news to me and my family, just knowing that, it could have ended 23 plays in.
We had no question whether we could perform the surgery here given our wide range of varying subspecialties within orthopedics.
I would recommend Premier Bone and Joint Centers. The thing that made me feel really comfortable with them was they made it feel like your own family.
I think he'll have no problem performing in the NFL. His rehab and his recovery done very well, and I don't see any restrictions on him whatsoever.
They want the best for you, and they won't steer you wrong.
Let us show you why we're worthy of Wyoming.
All right, welcome back, everyone, as we are in the top of the fourth inning. Lander leads 8-1. Reese will deliver to Bernard, who's 1 for 1. Pitch is outside in the dirt, ball 1. So, Sean, we saw probably the craziest dance party. We had a sing-along in the second inning. Now we got a dance party going on in the fourth.
Can't say how much fun this place is.
It really is. This place could get hopping at some points. Pitch on the way is high and outside, ball 2. Paxton was dancing. Connor Carey was dancing. Miss Kelly was dancing. I saw you breaking down a little bit over
Maybe
there.
Just a tiny bit.
I mean, I know I don't have a left eye, but I can still see you. So,
have you thought about an eye patch?
I should, right? Pitch is on the outside, ball 3. I feel like next, if it's not better, I'm just gonna wear an eye patch and people are gonna make pirate jokes.
That's fine as long as it doesn't have a skull and crossbones on the patch.
Right,
I think it'll be fine.
Next pitch on the way is right down the heart, strike 1.
And that was a great pitch, and I know he wants to do that every time that he can, but, man, that was needed about 2 pitches ago.
Yeah, Bernard looked like he was taken all the way on that one. And so Reese will settle in and deliver. Pitch on the way is swung on back up the middle, and it's going to go under the glove of Stevenson, and so it'll be a leadoff single for the Rage here.
And I think that is... Yeah, it's the first hit they've had leading off. They've had 2 walks and a strikeout. So first hit for the first time for the first hitter for the Rage. That just shows good pitching, really. I mean, the 2 walks are from full counts. So
Cooper Stevens is going to step up with a runner on first and Bernard. First pitch is on the way, swung on and missed, strike 1. And Connor Carey is going to try to get a person out at second. It's going to go past, and that one was a weird play because Bernard didn't take the lead off as it went by, and Carey had an opportunity there, but a stolen base nonetheless for Bernard.
Yeah, and they haven't let up a whole lot of stolen bases. Just the 2 last inning. I mean, other than that, they have not allowed very much.
And so now the Shadows are covering most of the infield as that ball is fouled and tipped back. And now it's going to be a foot race again. And
Shannon Stevenson.
Reed is going to get it for the Rage. And Coach Stevenson even went out there. And I was like,
he's a little winded now.
Yeah,
Look at him.
he's going to sit down for the rest of the inning. Ball, it is no balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Runner is on first, or runner on second now.
There's your first ball.
And that ball is going to be outside, ball 1, and Reese is going to be talking to the umpire, and whatever he said, he agreed with.
I mean, it hit the dirt. You saw the dirt get up, so.
So Reese will now set, look over at second at Bernard, and now deliver. That ball is going to be swung on and missed, strike 3. So that is the second strikeout for Stevens in the game, and that'll bring up number 10, Dawson Reed.
And that is the 3rd strikeout swinging for Reese, so he's doing a pretty good job. That's on top of 3 other strikeouts. He's doing a pretty good job so far.
Yeah, 6 strikeouts for Reese. And first pitch is going to be outside in the dirt, and it will get Bernard to third. And that one looked ugly because Connor Carey could not grab a hold of it. And so
got a little close to being a home plate meeting between Paxton and the runner too.
Yeah, if he would have really turned on the Jets, that could have been a close play at home. But he took third. I mean, when you're down by 7 in the 4th inning, it's smart not to try anything crazy.
Right.
1 ball, no strikes, 1 out. Reese will look over and now deliver. That ball's going to be swung on and fouled. And nice play by the third base coach. A big round of applause from both crowds and both dugouts. I think that's the loudest the crowd's gotten so far.
Maybe not when there's a dance competition happening, but yeah.
No, you're right. And so the mock rain is coming up. Stay tuned. That's going to be fun. And so And I feel like pitch is on the way, and that's going to be a strike on the outside corner. And so now 1 ball, 2 strikes. I feel like if you ever want to just have a dance party, play the Macarena, play YMCA, play Time Warp from like the chicken dance.
There's a whole lot you can
There's
do.
a lot. And Cupid Shuffle is also out there. And then that song that I still cannot ever name. That was the one I said. You can't take that from me. Ball is 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Reese will look over at third and now deliver. That one's going to have some heat, and it's going to go past Connor Carey. Now a plate's going to happen to the plate, and he's going to have him out at the plate. Nicely done by Connor Carey and nicely done by Paxton Reese to be right place, right time. So now 2 outs, and nobody's on base now for Reed, who now looks at a 2 ball, 2 strike.
Not to change the subject, partner, but my grandpa's listening and said that his favorite jersey was a powder blue Montreal Expos jersey. I looked it up. That's a pretty cool jersey right there. I don't know if I've seen that one before. That's a pretty one.
All right, full count, 2 outs, and now ball 4 is high for Reed.
Come down the hill, bud. Let's go.
You know, Pedro Martinez played for the Expos back in the day, so no, Pedro Morales. I'm sorry.
My wife would just say any jersey that's yellow she likes.
Well,
it doesn't even matter.
She is a Pittsburgh Steelers fan.
No, she likes to wear the yellow Chiefs jerseys I got.
Okay.
That's why I actually have more yellow jerseys than normal.
So Valdez is going to come up to bat now. First pitch is high, ball 1.
He ducked because that ball looked like it was going right at his head, and it curved near the middle of the pitch, right into the middle, and it's just a little high. That was a great curveball, though. Oh, he wants it. And he is going towards first with every throw after he gets the catcher is after every pitch, because he knows that these runners are trying to get to second and third a lot faster. They don't want to wait for someone to hit them into it. Oh, got his ankle good there. Oh, my goodness, he's limping all the way to the first base. And that is just the second hit by pitch of the game. Both of them are going to be under Paxton Reese. So
Settle down, bud. Let's go.
Mom's telling him to settle down up here. And now the sun is directly in Paxton's eyes pretty much. As soon as he turns his face from the third baseline towards the pitcher, or towards the home plate, it's going to be right in his eyes. Let's see if that plays any sort of factor going in here. And they are still just checking up on the hitter there. Who hit after?
So that would have been Valdez there, who took the hit.
So not only is his shoulder sore from pitching the first 3 innings, but now his ankle's got a big old bulbous growing on it.
And so now Reese is looking at 81 pitches, and now pitch 82 is going to be on the way right here. Pitch on the way, swung on, and foul tipped, so strike 1.
Yeah, foul tip there. Everyone on the bases started running as fast as they could.
Paxton, like you said, is now looking directly into sun, but also now looking into shadows, which that actually is going
It's
to
up and down.
mess up both the hitter and the pitcher. Pitch is on the way, and that's in there for a strike, strike 2.
Yeah, that's the kind of pitches that Paxton will pull out probably every 3 or 4. He's got it right down the middle, perfectly speed. And now he's looking at a 0-2 count with 2 outs. He can easily get out of the inning here.
Next pitch. Paxton on the way, swung on and fouled off.
Way
And so
back.
0-2 still.
Reminder to all those in the park, please return all baseballs to the baseball field.
If you are listening from home, please return the baseballs to the baseball field.
Yeah, just in case if you're in like Riverton, Lander, Thermopolis, anybody
They're
like
hitting
that.
them everywhere out
yeah,
here.
I mean, bring them back. You may get bubble gum from Sean. Pitch is on the way, swung on and strung on and strikeout, and so that'll end the inning. 8-1 Lobos lead as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. We'll be right back.
During winter Storms, it doesn't take long for roads to turn slick. Snowfall is often accompanied by high winds, and blowing and drifting snow can make it difficult to see the road. Speed limits are based on dry pavement conditions and good visibility. Be ready to reduce speed and increase following distance. Crashes are twice as likely to happen when it's slick out, and it's usually because someone is driving too fast for conditions. Remember, when there's ice and snow, take it slow. This message is brought to you by WYDOT.
Central Wyoming College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees.
Why should you choose Lander Medical Clinic or Western Family Care for your health care? In addition to 4 locations in Fremont County, they also provide telehealth. Telehealth can be your go-to answer when you're out of town, on the road, or just can't get to urgent care. All you need is a good internet connection. To schedule a telehealth appointment, call 332-2941 today. That's 332-2941. Lander Medical Clinic and Western Family Care. With telehealth, they're putting your health first every time.
Welcome back, everyone. And the party continues here in Lander as we're having a lot of fun. Lobos lead 8-1 as we're in the bottom of the 4th inning.
Yeah, and they're going to build on this lead if they can, obviously.
First pitch is fouled back by Evan Stevenson.
Yeah, I was just about to say, at this point, they're going to take everything that the pitcher's going to give them. They are in no fear right now. When they have no fear, you can tell on their team, especially when they're at bat. They will swing at anything, and they think that they have everything in their power just to get it up at least 1 run just by themselves. And so look for them to be really swinging right here, right now.
So my mom just texted me.
Oh, no.
And she said that one of the songs that she would love to listen to during baseball games is We Will Rock You by Queen.
Oh, and that's a classic, yeah.
Pitch is going to be strike 2 on the outside corner. He went strike 2, so it's going to be 1 ball, 2 strikes, I think.
That was a low strike.
That was a low strike for sure. That one's going to be a ball on the outside corner, and so now we're back even at 2-2.
Yeah, low strike, but he's a pretty big boy up there, so that strike zone may look a little bit longer to the umpire there.
And so Eichen now is looking at pitch number 23 on the way, and Stevenson is 0 for 1 in the game. That pitch is on the way.
Oh, wow. He saw it looking.
And that's going to be a strike on the outside corner. And so strike 3. And so I'm trying to figure out what Coach Steven, there's Reese combination going on here. There's no words. There was no words whatsoever. Just a bunch of numbers got thrown up. It could have been anything. We might have just saw the Da Vinci Code get cracked.
Yeah,
pitch is on the way outside. It's going to go off the ankle of Bernard, but nobody's on base, so just a loud ball 1.
Yeah, Stevenson went back, and I think he looked at his dad and said, I should have hit that.
And so now my grandma's going to get in on it. And she sent in, how about Elvis, I Did It My Way.
That's not a big boosting song, is it? I'm looking forward to the Elvis movie, if we're being honest. It doesn't look as great.
I'll tell you right now, the way when you said that, I guarantee you, be glad my grandmother's not here.
I just feel like is that a pump-up song?
Elvis is always a pump-up song in my opinion, but I'm from Tennessee, so I have to say that. That pitch is on the outside corner, strike 1 for the hitter Paxton Reese, who, like you said, has pitched an absolute fantastic game. That ball is going to get popped up, and nobody's grabbed a hold of it. It's going to get in, and it's going to be safe. The first baseman the second baseman Boyer and the first baseman in Stevens could not get a communication going. One person had it, another person had it, and it just dropped in the infield. That is going to be a
error, right?
That'd be an error. Okay, I was going to say we're going to fight over this again, and because I would have called it just an infield hit. That pitch is going to be swung on and missed. That ball's going to go.
Oh, you go to third. Oh, no, he got it. Okay.
Paxton's still looking at the base. He hasn't stepped on base. Paxton now looks at the base and steps on base. He looked at the second. He looked at Valdez and just was like, "Are you going to come talk to me? Are you going to touch me?" That was funny. I'm not going to lie. All right,
baseball is filled with those moments.
No ball, 1 strike, swung on and foul tips. So strike 2 for Ty Martin, who is 1 for 2 on the day. His one hit came in the first inning when they racked up 6 in the first.
Yeah, he was the reason they started scoring. He hit that first RBI, which ended up being 2 RBIs, and he knows he needs to do that again here, especially with Paxton on second. And one out on the board.
Long look in here for Eichen. That pitch is going to be high and outside. Ball 1. I just realized we have 5 people listening in, and I know 3 of them right now off the top of my head. Because 1 of them is down there, 2 of them are in Tennessee. So whoever else is listening, thank you for joining us. We appreciate it.
Tell your friends, share it on Facebook.
And first pitch is going to be off the end of the bat, and no one communicated again, so everyone's safe again.
Well, the coach.
And Paxton is now looking at the coach, and now looking at the umpire, and now looking at the pitcher, and then goes back to first. He's third. He still hasn't touched third. So
Gillette's coach is definitely going to have a word with his team this coming up here about who needs to actually communicate, because if either of them had communicated, this inning would have been over.
Yes.
I mean, this inning would have been over before the last batter. So this is kind of an inning full of errors for the Rage right now.
So one thing that I want to say to correct you, because that's what I do for a living, we are not able to stream on Facebook because we're still in Facebook jail, so we're only on YO Today's YouTube. You can
still share the YouTube
So share
page.
the YouTube link. Do not send them to KFCW's Facebook. It's not there. Pitch is going to be a strike on the outside corner, and it's going to go, and now there's going to be a steal of home, and Paxton Reese is going to make it 9-1. And Paxton, nice base running. Honestly, he had a lot of fun doing it, but that was nice base running.
That single that he hit just a couple minutes ago really turned into a nice little roundabout runaround.
And so now Ty Martin also is at second, and Connor Carey, who's 0 for 2 today, is due. First pitch is going to be a slow-looking curveball that didn't break. So now it's going to be 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out for Connor Carey.
Yeah, and you said it exactly right. He's due for one. He can ding this ball pretty much anywhere right now.
Next pitch is on the way. It's going to get fouled back. Here. And so now 1 ball, 2 strikes, with the Lobos leading 9-1. And I don't know what I said, but we just lost like half the people streaming.
All your family said, "I don't want to be on here if he's going to call me out like that."
Yeah, I guarantee you, my family just like, well, bye.
I also think if you see the score 9-1 when you log in here, you think it's a blowout. But honestly, baseball.
Pitch is going to go right back up the center, and it's going to go past the center fielder, who has to come over. That's going to score at least a run, and nice base running there by Ty Martin, and then a stolen base at second. And Connor Carey is on his knees. He's calling for time, and now he's going to get up. So now 10-1 is the lead in favor of the Lobos, who are now really pouring it on this Gillette team.
Yeah, and as I was about to say, no game's over till it's over. But with baseball especially, like Luca Kramer told me before he hit his home run earlier, every inning can change every game. So we've seen it before. I've especially seen it in a lot of Legion games that I've been calling lately. I mean, you could do a whole bunch with just 1 inning. I mean, no game is over. And that is fouled way back into the park, and I can expect Miss Kelly to say something. And no, everyone knows about it already, so.
All right, so Stevenson is up, and no balls, 1 strike. I wanted to make sure the stream was still running, and that pitch is going to be outside on the curve, and so ball 1. We have to admit, because we're honest people, and my mom always told me to be honest, we forgot the MiFi, so we're running this stream off of my cell phone's hotspot. So just want to make sure we were still rocking and rolling on the stream. And ESPN Top 10, I just saw your play of the day.
I missed it. Did Stevenson get the ball?
Yes, he did, and it was a clean pickoff too.
Stevenson's got some athleticism behind him. Don't let him fool you guys.
And so next pitch is going to be on the way with 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Ball is low and outside, ball 2. So
the Rays are just trying to get out of this inning right now. They've only allowed 2 runs, but to them, this 10-1 deficit feels like 20-1 probably.
Well, personally, if I understand the see. If we get to about 13-1, the game would be over. Pitch is going to be hit, and it's going to be off the bag, and then another another run is going to score. So now 11-1 is the score as Connor Carey steals home plate, and a nice play at first, but Stevenson is in there safe.
Yeah,
and Grandma Reese is looking back at me like I'm saying something wrong, so I want to make sure I'm not doing anything stupid.
Nope, you're good.
Okay, just checking.
She's not yelling at you. You're good.
She hasn't said a yeah, she's just looking at me really weird. So 11-1 with 1 out, and that will bring up, I believe that is Pierce who's going to come up to bat. Yes, it is. He's 2 for 2 today.
Yeah, and I mean, at this point, like I said at the beginning of this inning, they're just going to be swinging on everything because they're up so much and they get this little groove in them, and offensively they just think that they are all the next person to hit the next home run. So
first pitch is going to be fouled off, and nicely done getting out of the way there.
Ryan Carey was really trying to grab it, and then he second-guessed himself.
So it's funny, on Game Changer, it actually shows that the score is 1-1 because they can't do double digits now.
Yeah.
So if you're looking at the Game Changer like I am, I promise you it's 11-1.
Classic.
I'm not in Classic, I promise. Next pitch is outside, and they swung on and tipped it, so strike number 2. Again, Pierce is 2 for 2 on the day, and I feel like I want to say every Lobos has had a hit, at least one hit today.
I would imagine. We've only had 1, 2, 3, 4, I think 5 strikeouts.
Nice pitch there. A curveball really got in front of Pierce, and so now 2 outs. And that'll bring up Rhett Stover.
And I believe Rhett might actually be 0 for 2 after we said that earlier.
Rhett is 0 for 1.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's go, 7.
And so, Stover, you need to make me happy. That was a strike on the inside corner. Play at the second plate.
He's
safe. Nicely done by Stevenson to steal another base. I'm kind of curious. Did you keep track? How many stolen bases have we gotten today?
Yeah, let me calculate that up here. My pen is not working. 1.
And so next pitch is on the way. Swung on, is lightly tapped to the third baseman. He's going to grab a hold of it. Red is going to have to make a play at the plate. He's going to go under the first baseman's foot. And so that'll score another run. Stover is now 1 for 2. So now I think everyone has got a hit.
Now I think everyone, yeah. And as of right now, we have 11 stolen bases for the Lobos.
Wow.
And we are only 4 innings in. They like to run. I mean, they really do. I think everyone here thinks that they're the speediest person on the team. So that kind of attitude really leads to a big round of scoring every single inning if they can stay swinging and their bats stay hot. I mean, those people stealing second and third base are doing all the extra work for you.
So now it's 12-1 with 2 outs. First pitch is going to be outside corner, strike 1. And, Miss Kelly, you can tell me this while I'm looking at you. The run rule here, how does that play a factor here?
It has to be after 4, so we'll have to play the top of 5.
Okay.
To have the run rule.
All right. So
it went right over his glove.
And that's going to go over the glove of Stevens, and it's going to be a play at the plate. Stover is going to score, so now it's 13-1. And another stolen base, make that 12 stolen bases now for the Lobos. His officer gets to second, and so now 13-1 is the score. And from what I understand, if you didn't hear that, Sean,
top of 5th.
Top of the 5th, if they can't close this gap, game's over.
Even by 1 run.
Correct.
Yeah, so it's going to be interesting to see how Paxton pitches this next inning, especially if he knows the rules, which he's smart enough to know those rules.
I would hope so, with his dad being the coach and his mom yelling from up here. That pitch is high, but they're going to call strike 1 on the outside corner. So, and also, let's also take in consideration this inning's not over yet.
No.
There's still a runner in scoring position, an officer, and Whelan, who's 1 for 2, is at the plate. And now another stolen base attempt, but that ball's going to go foul. And so now we know kind of where the where Officer's mind's at, he's probably going to look at a stolen attempt, but it's going to be
called back
because of the foul. Yeah. So Whelan is going to come up with a 0-2 count now and 2 outs.
And this is what the Rage kind of need. They need a little slip up like that. Now look at them crowding second base.
Pitch is going to be on the outside corner, ball 1.
They were about to crowd second base.
And so Whelan Officer did not attempt to go on that one, as you said, but Eichen now has only pitched 2 innings. That ball is going to be swung on and foul tipped. And so
I wrote that down as a strikeout. He got it.
And so 1 ball, 2 strikes. I'm literally like sitting this way so I can see this way. And so Whelan will step in. Eichen is now at 51 pitches on the next pitch. And he's only pitched 2 innings, if I think so, if I can remember correctly.
Only 2.
Pitch is on the way. That's going to be strike 3 on the outside corner, and that'll end the 4th inning. So we go to the top of the 5th. The Lobos lead 13-1, and Paxton Reese will come back out to try to attempt to put this game away early. We'll be right back.
Riverton Vision Center offers comprehensive eye health exams, highly trained staff, and a large selection of fashion eyewear and sunglasses. Dr. Frazier, Dr. Hinkle, Dr. Ballard, and Dr. Davis offer over 70 years of experience. Call Riverton Vision Center at 856-9451 to schedule an appointment today.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
A proud sponsor of this broadcast is Bailey Enterprises. For over 50 years, Bailey has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey.
From the wide open spaces to the canyon near you, Wyoming.com is reaching more homes and businesses than ever before. For more than 25 years, we've aimed to provide the best internet and phone service to meet the needs of our customers all across the great state of Wyoming. Now it's getting even better. Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you. Wyoming.com. We're out there.
Wind River Family and Community Healthcare has clinics located in Arapahoe, Ethity, and Riverton. We provide family medical services along with dental, optometry, behavioral health, physical and occupational therapy, and more. Our in-house lab and pharmacy at all locations make for a one-stop primary healthcare center for your healthcare needs. Wind River Family and Community Healthcare is striving for a stronger, healthier community because Wind River cares. More information can be found at windrivercares.com.
All right, so Paxton Reese plunks Terrell, and so now a leadoff runner is at first. And I said it, and I was like, and I told him, I said I needed an extra 30 seconds. Reese didn't listen, so he kind of gets what he gets. So 13-1 is our score, top of the 5th. There was discussion on. Actually, they had almost lined up to shake hands and say the game was over.
Yeah.
But Mama Reese here stepped in and went Mama Bear and said, "No, you guys are batting."
Yeah, the Rage was wild pitch right there off the bat.
Okay, so now Reese is having too much fun. And so now that's a runner in scoring position. Now check it out here.
How did he get to first? Did I miss that?
Yeah, it was a plunk. He hit him. First pitch by Reese was hit Boyer in the back, and then a wild pitch gets him to second. And so runner in scoring position now with nobody out when Reese will look in to Terrell. Pitch is swung on and fouled
way
up.
Back here.
And let's see what Connor Carey can do. Connor's going to be right there. And miss it.
My goodness. Half a centimeter away from his glove.
Did you say half a centimeter?
Yeah.
Okay. So 1-1 is the count with nobody out.
Half a centimeter away from being one out.
So 1-1 is the count with nobody out, and the lead is 13-1. And okay, Paxton Reese almost went Babe Ruth. He just pointed up, and now he's having a lot of fun. And here's the thing: with a 13-1 lead, you can do that.
Yeah.
I guarantee you, if it was 5-4, 2-1, we would not be here doing this.
They'd still be having fun with everything, but it'd be a little bit more serious.
That pitch is going to be fouled off on the back side on the right, and so now 1-2.
Please return all baseballs to the baseball field. Thank you.
Foul ball central up in here.
It is, yeah.
I love him. He deserves an MVP.
And so, so Reese is going to now look in. He's going to slow up a little bit and now look over to second. Pitch on the way is fouled back.
Foul ball number 3 in a row. Nice to see the Rage still hustling. I mean, they're down by 12, but, I mean, in the sport of baseball, like I said earlier, everyone thinks that they can get it back. Not all at once, obviously, but they definitely think they can still get this.
Pitch is going to be swung on and missed on the outside corner. And there's going to be no play at first. He'll be safe, and so now runners at the corner. So Mom is still listening in. She says hi to everybody. And everybody's just waving at you, Mom. And so
there.
It's actually 8:35 where she's at. She's in Central Time Zone.
That's where most of my family is. I like getting this little extra hour up here. It's kind of nice.
That is nice, yeah. And also the sun is still up at almost 8 o'clock. That's crazy to me. Pitch is on the way. That's going to be fouled off into the tennis court right beside me. And so now Coach Reese is coming out, and he's going to look at Paxton and
tell him something. Tell him finish it up.
I don't know what he was saying. I actually thought he was going to come out and actually talk to him and have a pitching like a mound visit. He didn't make it to the infield.
No, I think he just told him to tighten up a little bit.
So let's see what
finish this inning.
Let's see what happens here. Reese, he turned the Jets on there. What a pitch!
And it was a strike too.
And that was a strike on the outside corner. Yeah.
It almost looked a little out, but good on the catcher to make that look in.
I'll tell you right now, whatever his dad just said to him made him mad because he just slung that one hard.
Or scared maybe.
Yeah. Next pitch is low outside. Play is going to be at second. That's going to take a hop. It's going to get in, and he's call
safe. No, he's
at
safe.
Second. And now there is. So now it's going to be 13-2, and a runner at second at the play at second. Runner got in safe. It was a delayed call there by the field umpire.
It was. Mr. Jost up there was, I think, taking a second to think about it.
I was trying to not mention names because I still don't know them really well.
Sorry.
I'm not even gonna lie. So now, does that break the run rule? Okay, so 13-2 is the score.
They would have to be within 9.
Okay, so 13-2 is the score.
More runs.
So they need to score 2 more for this to go the distance. Pitch by Reese is going to almost hit Keller. And that is going to get Terrell to third. So, partner, don't look now. Things just got a little more interesting.
Right? That early dinner we were talking about maybe turn into a late dinner here.
I was going to say,
I should have not yet. I knock on wood far too often. Everything I say should have knock on wood at the end of it.
On your toes, guys.
So, Reese now will look over at third. Pitch on the way. Swung on. No swing. They're going to say strike 3 on the outside corner, so out number 1.
He had him looking there. I think they all thought that was a little bit low, but he's going to take it.
And so that'll bring up
Eichen.
That is Eichen, the pitcher, to the plate with runner 90 feet away and 13-2 the score in the top of the 5th inning.
I just really know Eichen's name because I think he could have a lot of fun with it. I can do anything better.
And that was a pitch on the outside corner. And now it is 13-3. So now they need one more run for this to go the distance. And Paxton was very frustrated on that pitch.
Yeah.
He was wiping his hand.
A different ball.
He was wiping his hand, and he immediately asked for another ball.
Yeah, that was way outside. That didn't look like a mistake at all. That just looked like the ball got way out of his hand way early.
And so that is...
That could be...
That'd be 1 ball, ball, no strikes, if I remember correctly. Obviously, that was an outside corner, and that's a better pitch.
There's a strike.
Number 1. So, Miss Kelly, you can leave that strike up if you want. It's 1-1.
Yeah, the umpire's calling for you to. Oh, you got it. Okay.
Pitch by Reese. Swung on and fouled off to the left side. Strike 2. So now, with the change of the ball, Paxton has now found the strike zone.
Yes, he has. I think he just wanted a better grip on that ball. That one that he had was going outside every 2 pitches, so hitting the dirt does not help. Oh. That was not a great throw to the pitch by Rhett. And, yep, now Paxton's trying to get that ball clean, make sure.
Scott, man, right here now.
Now, they can't get out of the inning on this pitch, but this pitch could be the second strike in what they need.
Pitch is swung on and fouled on the left field side. He got a hold of that one, did Eichen. Now he's going to try to straighten it up.
Fouls galore in this inning, my goodness. You know the Rage are trying their hardest to make sure that they don't have a mercy rule pulled on them, so they're just swinging at everything, and they're swinging as hard and as accurate as they can.
And this is one of the things, when you have a large lead, you kind of let up on the throttle a little bit.
Just a tiny bit.
And then this happens. And so now the run rule is at 10. They need to be within 9, so they need 1 more for this to go the distance. Pitch on the way by Reese is low and outside, ball 2. And notice that the aura, the feel of the field has completely changed.
Yeah, they allow 2 runs, and suddenly it's almost like they're losing, even though they're up by 10.
Let's go, guys, right here now.
All right, so now Reese with a 2-2 count will deliver. Pitch is going to be swung on and missed, strike 3. And so now the Rage are down to their final out.
And Bernard is going to be the guy that has to make this mercy rule not a thing.
And so let's see here. Bernard is wait on 1 second. So Reese has now reached 100 pitches. Actually, it's 101.
Good for him.
And so I'm waiting to see what Bernard is 2 for 2 today. So not the guy you want at the plate in this situation. However, nobody on base with 2 outs. First pitch is swung on, and this should be it. Goes right to Keegan, and now the throw over to first is in time. That's the ending. And so that is the final score. The Lobos win by a final of 13-3 and take the early run rule in favor of the Lobos. And my mom is going to be happy they're playing We Will Rock You over the playlist, over the PA.
Just for your mom.
And so, Mom, there you go. Final score, 13-3. We'll take a commercial break. We'll be right back.
Want access to local news, sports, events, and more? Download the WYO Today app. Now available on all platforms. Stream your favorite radio station, submit something to buy, sell, or trade for deals on the dial, or view contests and special coupons. Better yet, the WYO Today app is the best way to access free HD video of Fremont and Hot Springs County athletics. It's all at your fingertips. Head to your app store or visit wyotoday.com to download the WYO Today app now.
There are 2 ways to buy 4x4 gear, the expensive way and the smart way. The expensive way is when you buy a new truck or SUV and the dealer sells you the brush guard, the heavy-duty bumpers, the steps, lights, winch, you name it. He rolls it all in with your loan into your monthly payment. But here's the smart way. Shop at Wyoming 4x4, where you get expert advice from Dan, quality gear, professional installation, all for a whole lot less than you'd spend at a car dealer. Wyoming 4x4 on North Federal and Riverton. The smart way to roll.
Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at DuBois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment.
Hi, this is Terry Banker. I'm minister at New Hope Christian Church in Lander, Wyoming. We want to support the kids of this area academically, athletically, and spiritually. Our address is 630 Mount Hope Drive. Come to Sunday school at 9:30 and our worship service at 10:45.
Alrighty, I am back here with the post-game show with Luca Kramer, second baseman for the Lobos. There you go. No, you're okay. There we go. If everyone is still listening, we had a little technical difficulty there. I'm here with second baseman Luca Kramer, who hit a home run early in the second inning to start it off. And you just told me that was your first career home run in game. How did it feel?
It felt great. I don't know. It's people dream about that all the time, your first home run, but when it actually happens, it's special. It really is.
Yeah, and you could see your whole team. I mean, they got out on the base and they started providing for you. They were providing everything for you to have a fun entryway into the home base. Just tell me what this team's energy really feels like, especially when you have such a huge moment like that.
You know, our boys, they really support everyone. When we're up, we're up. I really feel backed up over there by our boys, and you know that I wouldn't have it any way different. Any other guys, they're truly the best people to play with, and they really keep the morale high when we need it.
Yeah,
and it's beautiful.
Sorry, yeah, and that morale is super high, especially when you guys are hitting on all cylinders like you have these last few games. 13-3 win. You got the run rule.
Yep.
I mean, what kind of a feeling does it have when you get to beat a team early like this? You still have time to go home and have dinner.
It feels great. You know, it's a family time after, especially after a great game like that. You get to socialize with your friends before you have to hit the hay.
Yeah, and final question here. That 13-3 win, you had a lot of good stops down at second base, and you had quite a few good bodies to the ball there. What can you say about your guys' defense? Because your offense, I mean, is off the wall almost every game, but your defense is really underlooked.
You know, when we're clicking out there. We gotta focus on, focusing on the good and not letting those bad plays get to us. Because at the end of the day, it's baseball, and stuff's gonna happen. You're gonna make errors, make some bad plays, but it's the way you bounce back and you learn off of those changes that really matters in the end.
Cool. Well, thank you very much for coming up here, Luca. Get home safe, and stay tuned, everyone. We will be right back with Coach Reese in 1 second.
My name is Sarah Lowe, and I have been in law enforcement in Fremont County for 13 years. I didn't know much about therapy in general until I got injured in October of 20 chasing a cow. So I had to get shoulder surgery. And after my surgery with Fremont Orthopedics, I went to Fremont Therapy. And they were really excited to see you. So it was a really warm, welcoming experience. We tried all sorts of different methods to increase and make sure I had the best mobility for my job. Rachel's a firecracker. She's just a little spitfire. It was fantastic, a great environment to go and have your therapy.
All right, welcome back, everyone. Travis Gupton with you. And I am sitting with Coach Reese, the head coach for the Lander Lobos. Final score 13-3. And, Coach, we talked when we were at Paxton signing that when this team's on, and this team was on today.
Oh, that's for sure. Our first game, we were, just going through the motions, I guess. And once they figure out that you got to stop going through the motions, they start, like Luca just said, they start clicking as a team. And that's what I saw this second game.
And, another thing that we talked about, and I think it's one of my favorite things about this team, is they have fun all the time. There was dance parties going on the mound and third base, and everybody was just having a lot of fun. But I noticed in the fifth inning when they started getting into that 10-9 run part,
yes,
things kind of changed. I almost felt like the whole mood of the entire ballpark just changed.
Yeah, I think the biggest part of that was, of course, my son was pitching, but I think he was trying to overthrow, and they all wanted to, I don't know, all of them said, we want to go home, da-da-da-da-da. And you can't have that mindset you have to have that mindset, but you still have to stay focused and play the game of baseball. And like Luca just said, when you're clicking, you just got to keep rolling.
Last question for you, Coach. You now moved to 5-3-1 on the season, and as far as I know, we have one more home game that I know of on the schedule, and you and your wife have both told me just wait a week. It'll change every week.
Oh, yeah.
And so we'll see probably the Lander Lobos again here at home, but we are still inching towards state here at Lander. How do you feel as we reach probably about the quarter, maybe second half of the season?
I feel really confident with these young men because, I mean, you see it out here on the field, Travis, that when they're clicking, they're clicking. And you weren't here for the first game, and when they're not, they're not. But as long as they have that confidence and just that drive that they have, I believe in every single one of these young men that play for me and Ryan and Shannon. And when we're clicking, we're pretty much unstoppable. So I have all the confidence in the world in these young men.
Well, Coach, it's like I said on air, and I was talking about it, it's been an absolute pleasure to call you this season, and we talked about it when we were at the signing.
Yeah.
It feels like, I've been here 4 games, and I already feel like I've been here for 20 years. That's just what this team brings to the table, and I look forward to calling more Lander Lobos, and thank you so much for coming up here, and thank you for everything that you're allowing us to do. I really appreciate it.
You betcha. We appreciate you guys, too.
Well, thank you so much. We're going to take one more commercial break, and when we come back, we're going to wrap things up. We'll be right back.
High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit highplainspower.org.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunners Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunners Automotive, 856-2288.
At Teton Therapy, our people make the difference. You can live pain-free. The amazing staff at Teton Therapy can help in Lander and Riverton.
In any sport, athletes face the chance of sustaining an injury. According to the Athletic Training Association, 90% of student athletes reported some sort of sports-related injury. What's more, is 54% report playing while injured. For various reasons, sports-related injuries are increasingly leaving our youth at risk of exposure to opioid-based pain medication. Fremont WhenTheGameSlowsDown.com is here to help navigate monitoring medication, social support, and suggestions on what to do when the game slows down. Brought to you by Fremont County Prevention Program.
When repairs are complete after a collision, you expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
All right, welcome back, everyone. Final score 13-3 in the second half of the doubleheader. And so the Lobos split with Gillette. Final score in the final game was 7-6 in favor of the Gillette Razors. Is it Rages?
Razor City Rage.
There you go. And then 13-3. It is really hard to say. 13-3 in the final score for the Lobos in the second game. And so, Sean, we know for a fact that Lobos will host State here in just a few, about 3 or 4 weeks. But according to what I was just told, there's probably going to be more home games added, and Paxton's shaking his head, so that tells me I'm doing right. And Paxton, that means we get to see Paxton dance more. Yeah. That's what that translates to. And but a good win. Paxton pitched an absolutely fantastic game, got 103 pitches in the game, and just your your thoughts on this game.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it at the very beginning. Their offense, when it gets clicking, it's hard to stop. So they scored 6 runs right in the first inning, and it was just onwards and upwards from there. It was really easy for them to control the game, which is hard to do in baseball because every inning can do a lot for your morale, for your defense, for your tiredness, for everything. So for them to keep it up and keep it going every single inning they scored, I believe, except for one maybe. But it's their offense. It shows. I mean, they're a dangerous team. I would not want to play them in any sort of fashion in a tournament at all. So I can imagine that they're going home with their heads held high, even if they lost that first game. But they lost that first game really like that one run didn't look like it was going to control the game, but that one run ended up doing a lot. So it will be interesting to see if this offense can stay like this for the whole season.
So the Lobos moved to 5-3-1 on the season, and the team will play tomorrow. They're on the road against Rock Springs, so they've got an early day tomorrow. And that is not an easy game. We've seen Rock Springs about 3 times here at home, and it's been back and forth. Those two teams are extremely well matched, and so it's going to be a fun matchup to see how that comes out to fruition. But the Lobos will play again at home. I'm almost positive that's going to happen. And we will make sure that if it is humanly possible and I don't lose both of my eyes, we will have that game for you here on YO Today's YouTube. And we've got
hopefully Facebook page too.
Yeah, hopefully the Facebook page comes back up. We're working on that. We apologize about that. And hopefully we are not scrambling like we did today, but we've had a busy day, my friend. So we're going to say so long here from Lander, and we will see you next time when the Lobos are at home. Again, they're going to be at Rock Springs tomorrow.
It's a fun drive.
That's going to be a really fun drive. But stay tuned to YO Today's Facebook and YOToday.com as we will keep announcing whenever they add home games here to the schedule. It changes every week. So we will see you the next time we are here in Lander. For Travis Gupton, he's Sean O'Brate. We thank you so much for joining us. We will see you later.
Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness knows what it means to be on top of your game. For over 60 years, Gotchi has led the field in providing physical therapy, occupational therapy, and wellness in Thermopolis and their facilities in Moreland, Basin, Powell, Cody, and Shoshone. Whether you're recovering from an injury, deconditioned, post-stroke, or just looking to take control of your health, you'll find years of dedicated experience paired with personal care at Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness. Learn more at gotchi.org.